greatest ever done it. You can learn from it. Dope game ran it. Rap game run it. Street cred hunted. Nerd turned D-boy, not in genetic makeup. Baby, I'm a G-boy. Hashtag street boy. Wrong one to fuck with. Cross me at your own risk. Play to get back. You can trust this. I am far from average. To me, it ain't no such thing. Me against the world, so fuck it, I let my nuts hang. I've been known to bust bang. Kill it if the need be. I don't need an army when the smoke clears, he sees me. Rhyming at his finest. Unlike those vaginas that claim that they the real deal, knowing I'm the highest. Top of the command chain. I am what the streets made. I am what the hood built. You are just a weak lame. Homicidal maniac with suicidal tendencies. You're more like a punk band. I'm more like a pedigree of nigga you ain't seen yet. So y'all cannot describe me. I'm a freak of nature. Don't shit here surprise me. Money over everything except the nigga's manhood. I am not a prostitute. You don't understand hood. Fuck a nigga getting his unless he about to give me mine. Otherwise he prime beat. Shocking when I up the 9 and hit it with it 7 times. Fuck you thought I'm civilized? Welcome to the jungle, fool. It's only right I punish you. Nigga with an attitude. Feel like MC Ren felt. Quiet on the set, you funky bitch, you get your friends slipped. I give your game a black eye. Blame it on the black guy. I be on some nigga shit, I'm niggerish, so that's why. Guess what my religion is? This is what the business is. Exposure for you garbage ass rappers. You can witness this. Came to bang your game up. Pussies think they came up. Oh, you got a drop head? So now you think you famous? I hear it's dangerous and we don't know your name, cuz we don't even give a fuck. Rappers get it fucked up. Security say you nah, this they side job. They don't want no conflict, they don't want no problems, nah.
Salute, 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 and welcome. Welcome back over to the Black Ocean. Now swimming in deep end with your host, the one and only Great Black Shark. Oh, yes, family. We got a lot to cover on this broadcast here tonight. And let me say it this way, because I know a lot of people probably saw the thumbnail and the title like, oh, man, he finna be tripping. Nah. This broadcast tonight is actually going to help black men and black women, because if you saw my community tab post, which is somewhere you should always check to see what's going to be going on with the channel. We know they don't send out notifications over here because this is a classroom where we try to teach beneficial information to our people that you can take offline and use in the real world. We're going to have to address some things that are actually going to help the brothers understand what to watch out for, but it's also going to help our sisters out here that are saying, hey, listen, this image of turbo thottery that everybody's pushing, this ain't us. We good women. We trying to get good men that hopefully would like to start a family, that we can have good husbands. This is going to help y'all a lot because, see, what I'm going to show you here tonight, and I'm going to go ahead and say it again. I'm probably going to say it several times before we get into the meat of the discussion. Is going to be very triggering, okay? It's going to piss off the good women that know they don't represent this, and it's going to show you exactly who your enemies is. Because, see, as men, we can't put proper foot to ass on these things the way y'all can. What I'm going to show you here tonight is going to be some things that y'all going to have to put foot to ass about, okay? We can call it out as men and be like, hey, those are the targets right there, okay? And for you brothers, I'm showing you, especially you young black men, of any of this behavior that I'm about to show you here tonight. When you see it exhibited, when you see the attire, the demeanor, anything that I'm about to show you, just move around, bro. Don't even consider them women. Let them do their thing. Don't be angry. Don't turn into no incel. Just move around. Look, let me tell you why you should be happy. See, I like to do things different over here on my platform. What I'm going to show you here tonight, I'm going to show you why you shouldn't be angry. Because, see, when people show you who they are, believe them. You should rejoice when all the cards are up front and on the table so you can see what you're working with, okay? So that's how this broadcast is going to be conducted here tonight. Now, I know those of you that are just coming in, you probably like, GBS, what the hell are we looking at on this screen with raggedy ass, pale earthworm lip Miley Cyrus with a cake that says deletion is healthcare? Well, I'm going to show you that. We're going to get to that in just a minute. Because, see, before we do that, family, before we do that, I want to put something on the screen here, and I'm going to direct your attention to it because it's going to be very germane to the information we will be analyzing here tonight. So let me put this up here. This question is going to be answered here tonight. What makes a woman instantly unattractive? I'm going to add something to that. What not only makes a woman instantly unattractive, this is the part I'm adding to it for the sisters. And I'm going to put this out here as a suggestion. You women tonight, after you hear everything I presented here tonight, you can make up your own minds whether you think it's a good suggestion or not. I add to that question is, what also makes a woman instantly unworthy of the earned honorable title of womanhood? Oh, yeah. I'm adding that to the question because just like I say, for men, that's an earned honorable title. So too is womanhood. OK, so this is what we're going to be delving into over here tonight. And I think y'all going to find this very constructive. If you want to just like, he finna bash black women. No, come on in here. Stick around. I do things a bit differently over here. Those of you who are my regulars, you know that. But if you're a new subscriber over here, just sit tight for a minute. You're going to learn something in a different way over here tonight. OK, so that's the questions that we're going to put on your minds here. And now back to this germ, as I like to call her, because those like her are germs. You're probably wondering, okay, well, GBS, what the hell does this got to do with Miley Cyrus? Well, I'm going to tell you in just a minute. So before I do that, let me politely scroll up and greet my esteemed guests joining us over here tonight. I see the young brother Josh Norris in the building. I see Tori Ellis. I see the good brother AK Sour Guy. My first sergeant, some chick named Star in the building. Only Pamela's Way, a goddess Navi, and the fabulous Fro. I see you, sister. Diesel Mike in the building. Noah Randall, I see. Salute to you and everyone else that will be joining us over here in attendance tonight. And hopefully those that are coming in, because let me say it yet again, this is going to be a very triggering broadcast. I know it might sound like I'm exaggerating, but it's not. And both sisters and brothers are going to find this information beneficial because, see, sometimes when it comes to discussing the issue that we're about to get into here tonight, a lot of people, unless you see it in front of your face, you think people are making it up. You think people are exaggerating. Well, no, this is a microcosm of it, but it's out there. And anybody in here that's honest, men and women, you'll be like, yep, this is what we see in portions of our society across this country regarding Black America, okay? And you know what? I can't even just say that. Let me retract that statement regarding the behavior of some women here in America in general. So let me correct myself on that. But I said it that way because, as you know, I don't give two shits about other races of women. Not my concern. If you're another woman of another race over here on my channel, you subscriber, hurt your feelings, tough titty New York City. I advocate for my people, okay? I don't hate you, but our people are the ones that need the most help. So let me just get that out of the way. So now that I've made that clear, again, what we're about to delve into is going to be very disturbing, but we got to delve into it because it's starting to bleed over into our society. So I'm going to show you why Miley Cyrus is germane to this because, see, one of the misfortunes about us being in close proximity to the dominant society is men and women, we start to adopt some of their degenerate behavior. And then what's on this damn cake right here? This is definitely degenerate behavior because, see, before we get started further, let me say something to my sisters. Because I know a lot of them are like, oh, I can't wait to get over here and get him told, look at that title. No. If you think I hate Black women, you are highly mistaken. And I want you to hear what I'm about to say to you. And then you tell me if this sounds like a brother who hates Black women. Let me tell you something. Today, a lot of our women have completely lost sight of what the definition of that title is, okay? They've lost it. They think that, okay, their value lies simply in their physical features, okay? They have forsaken their character, all right? They have forsaken what it means to be good mothers, wives, okay? Good sisters, okay? So on and so forth. They've forsaken that because it's not all their fault, especially if they're grown. Okay, we're not taking complete responsibility away. They do have agency. But today, the media invests a lot of money into the corruption and degeneracy of all women in America, but particularly ours. Now, I'm going to break this down. The reason why I say all women in America, you have to start looking at who are the biggest consumers in the nation, and it's women. Women keep the corporations afloat, okay? Even though they don't make as much money as men, they're quick to unass money by clever marketing due to all types of things that these corporations market. I want y'all to follow me with this. Therefore, if the corporations say, okay, it's the women that keep us afloat with the bottom line because all you have to do is follow the money, okay? They say, okay, we're going to pander to them with whatever they want, whether it's good for them or bad. Fuck it. They spend the money. We going to advertise and market this degenerate shit to them, okay? Now, when you transition on over into Black women, here's where it gets a little different. These people see where we are at this hour of our history. So they're saying to themselves, okay, one of the critical components of any nation is its women. They are the first teachers of our children. They are the gateways of life for new life in that generation or in that society, okay? If I can corrupt your woman and fill her head with all types of degeneracy to the point that she forgets who she is, especially as a Black woman, I can beat you easily. I can turn you against your own men. I can manipulate you into ruining your family by neglecting them. I can make you forsake the important things like cooking in a family because a woman's kitchen should be her goddamn hospital, okay? Oh, we finna get deep over here tonight. So I'll stop it right there because y'all know I can be Captain Long-winded over here, but I'm doing it for a purpose, okay? So I'm going to stop it right there. I'm just letting people know that, no, I don't hate my sisters. I love you enough to tell you the truth, even if you're mad at me. But I care about you being mad. I'm gonna tell you like Bernie Mac. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. Yeah, you be mad all you wanna, but you gonna get this truth over here tonight. And you might unsubscribe. You probably gonna call me everything but child guy. But that's okay. You gonna come back and you'll love your brother later. Trust me. It's gonna help you. So we're gonna get into this truth serum, family. I'm gonna go ahead and go to this next image here because see, we got to go ahead and get started. Again, brace yourself. Let's read this, right? Direct your attention to the screen. When Miley Cyrus made this post with the deletion is healthcare cake, all right, with a degenerate ass, that's what other people do. I expect that of them. I expect better of our women. She said, very special collab with PPFA and Happy Hippie Foundation, Marc Jacobs, to be announced very soon. Women's rights are human rights. Don't F with my freedom. See, if it was just their women that out this way, I would be cool. I would be cool with that. That would be completely their issue. Hey, if that's what they want to latch on to, and now you see they clamp down on that because the numbers are steady dwindling. They can't afford to have their women running around out here deleting babies like that. But if that was just their issue, hey, I'd be like, what you want me to do with that? They ain't got nothing to do with us. When the behavior transitions over to our women, and see, this is where the problem comes in at. When the behavior transitions over to our women, now it is my problem because, yes, I saw it. I know many of you have been wondering when I was going to speak on this. Yes, I check my emails. I check all my social media when I can. I'm a very busy man. I have a lot of stuff coming in. Don't think I don't see you just because I don't respond all the time. There's no way I can respond to every single thing. Even my assistants have trouble keeping up. But yes, I was going to get to this, okay? And let me be further clear on certain things that are a lot of you send me that I don't cover. A lot of times I won't speak on something if I feel like somebody else in New Black Media has done a very thorough job of it. I say, okay, it's out there, especially brothers and sisters that have bigger platforms than me. So I say, okay, they got that covered. So that's the other thing that I try to do with a lot of information you all send me, okay? So I'm never ignoring you. No, I see you, but those are the reasons why sometimes I may not get to things. But this despicable image right here, oh, we got to deal with it, family. See, because unfortunately, this cake, congratulations, it's aborted. Play on words, a sick, degenerate, demonic pun on the congratulations, it's a boy colloquial term when it's a baby being born. This heifer right here, oh yeah, she was one of our women. Disgracing the honorable black skin that she's in, okay? Let me tell you something about why this is such a problem. And it's a shame that a man has to say this, but hey, it is what it is. The responsibility falls on me to speak the words that the Most High has given me to speak, okay? When your women, who are the gateway to life, begin to turn on valuing life to the point that they celebrate deleting life that grows within them, you have a serious problem. Your entire nation of people has a serious moral problem. Do you understand me? Because see, we were talking about the importance of certain qualities of womanhood earlier in this broadcast. Let me tell you another important quality about why you black women are so important. Because I know you're like, oh, even to go in on black women. No, I'm trying to remind you of your importance for those that this applies to. You are important to us because as men, in order to be the proper protectors of society, there are times where we may have to go to a certain point where our morality is in threat of being lost. You know what a woman's job is? To rein the warrior class back into an anchor of morality. See, we're fighting many different wars on many different fronts, okay? And see, as men, if we're going to do our job properly, sometimes we're going to have to put everything to the side to protect our people on all these different battlefields that we're fighting. And if you don't know what I mean by that as a black person in America, that says a lot about the state of awareness you're in, okay? I don't really think as much we can do for you if you're confused about that. But family, that's one of the jobs of women, okay? That is one of their primary jobs, to reason with us as brothers when we go too far at times with our tempers. Let me tell you something, man. to the good black women that are grounded in their true power, which is femininity, not trying to match men. That is not something that where you are at your strongest. In your true power, which is femininity, okay, you can save lives by calming certain things down. You can impart wisdom to men that usually would not listen to anyone else, but if they respect, key word, respect the woman talking to them, she has our undivided attention without interruption. Case in point, Dr. Francis Chris Wilson, Shahrazad Ali, okay? Two examples of powerful women, many others, but I just want to use those two for right now. That when they speak before black men, they have our complete undivided attention. Now, where this applies to you, all sisters listening to me, respect is a currency. This broadcast tonight is not to bash you over the head. It is to remind you of the respect being a currency along with your femininity that you should not throw away or devalue, okay? Because when you do that, you lose respect amongst the men, and then you lose the ability, or you lose, in men's eyes, you lose being worthy or protected. It may sound harsh, but I'm telling you, man, this is nothing to celebrate. Do you know how terrifying that is? To think that we have women out here today that want to celebrate this? Because see, let's go here. It's tough love time. Time to take these kid gloves off. Unless somebody forces themselves on you, you choose who you get pregnant by. It is completely, demonically insane and unfair to terminate the life of a child that did not ask to be conceived because you picked some goofy homosexual or a man that showed no interest in giving you his last name. See, let's cover it. We got to go old school with it. The highest honor that a woman can give a man is new life, a child, to carry on his lineage and name. The highest honor a man can give a woman is his last name and make her his wife. Marry before you carry. The old folks had it right. So if you did that, 9 times out of 10, you wouldn't have to worry about deleting babies and see this right here. Every woman in here that has any type of morality, this is sick, because if you think it's bad, oh no, it gets worse. Oh, it gets worse. We got to show you. Because see, somebody got to take it upon themselves to do this shit the right way when called out. Okay? So this is what I'm going to show you. A lot of y'all sent me this. If you were having a good weekend, brace yourself because it's going to make you sick. I'm going to play something and I'm not going to give any commentary until it's done. Then you'll see why I'm speaking the way I'm speaking here tonight.
Acting brand new. Bitches acting like they running shit they really ran through. I spend that 500 before I ever trap you. They thought I was gonna fall off. I hate to bring you bad news. Through so many racks, a bitch can't even see the flow. From Atlanta to LA, the only time I'm back and forth. Cheap niggas make you pee. Rich niggas get you both. Gave a Bentley to valet and let that nigga drive the boat. Let me pop off. Leave the club, sloppy drunk, come home and get my rocks off. Her bitch from the south, he tryna see me knock his socks off. Told them bitches meet me at the top, think they got lost. I'm on go like Grizz. She thought I would kiss her ass, she must ain't took a mess. Shit around my neck, it cost her arm and leg. Swear that nigga set for life, I let him get me out the play.
Okay. You saw that, right? Let me first address the men. Brothers, let me give you some instructions that will go well with you all the days of your life, okay? And I'm speaking to you as a Gen Xer who has lived a long time and seen a lot of things. If you see any women that think that's a joke, you see any women that hang with women like that, you would do yourself a great service in distancing yourself and cutting them off altogether, because their minds are so far gone, there's nothing you can do with that. There's nothing you can do with that. There's no reform in that. You're not going to be able to reason with that. There is nothing to be said. Leave them alone. To you sisters, my suggestion to you, because I'm a man, not a woman. I can only give you suggestions and give you something to consider food for thought. If you, as a woman that is not of that degenerate mindset today, that would like to have a good husband, okay, start a family, you cannot turn a blind eye to that behavior. You must be extremely vocal, whether it's online or offline, and not only shaming that behavior, but denouncing it across the board. In fact, I'm going to tell you where we need to get as a community with some things on both sides, men and women. There's certain acts with that today, especially involving our children. Let's start there, because this involves children. We need to get like the Jewish community. They have and the Amish community. There's several communities that have this, but they have something they call shunning, okay? And when they shun certain people in their society, those people may as well not exist. See, it's time for us to stop playing these games with these degenerates in our society, because we do outnumber them, the good people. We do. But see, here's why it's demoralizing to some men and women that may disagree with that. See, go back to what the function of the media is. The media can take any one of us that's innocent of anything and make us look like criminals overnight, okay? I just covered something dealing with that on my last broadcast with the situation with the sister Carlisha Hood, okay? So the media, they can take a small segment of something and magnify it over and over and over again, especially when we're talking about the dominant society dealing with black people, and they can make something small as if it's the majority. In other words, they take the lowest common denominator amongst us and spread that all over the place as if it's the majority of our people, okay? And see, with these past BET Awards, images like what I just showed you with that degenerate maggot, who I will not call a woman. Y'all know what I call them, bitches. Yes, I do. Those are your bitches right there. That's what I reserved that term for. You baby killing piece of shit, you. Okay? Outside of the normal 3 reasons, life-threatening pregnancy, incest, somebody forced themselves on you, you have no right to delete the life of a child because of your irresponsible choices, okay? So now, when you look at that, and the media projects that as the face of black womanhood, all right? Because they'll put big money behind all kind of stuff. We're going to get into more of that here tonight. That puts the targets on our sisters' backs, okay? It dehumanizes them in the eyes of the dominant society and their buffer class groups, which is why a lot of times, I'm going to show you how all this relates to one another. We're finna thread some needles. When you look at a lot of incidents where you see our sisters being beat up and brutalized and mistreated, okay, when you see situations where these Asians be beating on our sisters, even though we done told them not to go in them damn nail shops, okay? But the point that I'm making is when you see them treating the women like they would the men, you better believe that imagery goes into that. I'm going to show you how I'm right about that for those of you who are students of history. Look back at the Nazi Germany era, okay? One of the biggest ways that they were able to gain the confidence and the cooperation of the average German citizen towards persecuting the Jewish people, they started with what? Propaganda. Propaganda. That's what they started with, family. They started with propaganda, okay? They dehumanized them, told lies about their people. And then the next thing you know, we saw what history's shown us, okay? Millions of their people lost their lives about that. See, you have to study other people's history as well so you can see how they're trying to do this to us today. Now, as I told you on previous broadcasts, one of the main ways that they get our people to participate in dehumanizing ourselves is to feed you things similar to giving candy to a baby. You know, a baby, you give them some sweet tasting candy, hey, they'll eat as much of it as they're allowed to eat. But in the middle of the candy that they're feeding us is poison. Mental poison, okay? Soul destroying, morally destroying poison, okay? Yeah, I got to say it that way. So the best way to give you that poison to make you want it yourself. Hence the BET Awards and other things like that, okay? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to get deep over here tonight. So, family, with what you just saw, I've given you my suggestions for it. We're going to have to start just pretty much disowning these types of people, man. Because, see, today, they think, okay, I can do whatever I want and get away with it. Ain't going to be no consequence. We can change that. You better believe that when you cut people off socially, oh, they'll get their minds right. See, we can do that with a great deal across the board. We can. especially when it comes to dealing with women like that. Because see, the one thing that a lot of them love is attention. You imagine them doing degenerate things like that, and the entire society says, you know what? No. You no longer have the right to be called one of our people. You don't celebrate that. What the hell is wrong with you? And see, keep in mind too, this image over here, these types of things that we were talking about is portrayed around the world, okay? So when other people see that, this is the image that they want to promote as the face of black people. See, you notice, let's do a contrast and compare here, okay? You notice that every image that they put out about the dominant society is positive everywhere else, even though people are starting to see the truth now, but they don't promote nothing on a wide scale that's negative about their people. You see what I'm saying? Think about it for a minute. I told you, we're going to get deep. So for all you hate black women, oh, you're going to be made to look super stupid here tonight. Telling you the truth is not hating you, okay? Telling you the truth is not hating you. I'm going to disseminate this information here tonight in a way where you'll absorb it if it doesn't apply to you. If it applies to you, oh, you're going to be super mad. Oh, you're going to be mad over here tonight. Yes, you are. But it's time for somebody to point this shit out with some type of common sense and make it plain so everybody can understand it. So now that we've dealt with that, the next thing we got to deal with here. I covered this briefly, one of my last broadcasts. We'll bring it back up here tonight. I'm going to play something for you. Then we're going to make several points here because this, again, is going to help the men and the women see who the enemies are out here.
Okay. You know how they have like the Big Brother program for like, you know, your kids can have siblings?
Right.
They need to do that with good men who want to be a dad to somebody. So that way there's a program to where take my kids who don't have a father, and I'm damn sure not going to attempt to get one because I cannot stand men in general. They make me want to throw my skin crawl.
Okay, before this degenerate, mentally ill heifer right here finishes, first with you sisters, these. If you know these, distance yourself from them, okay? Don't dress like them. You don't want to speak like them. You don't want to hang where they hang, because I am telling you now, if you don't understand how serious and how fast things are changing here in the social climate amongst black men in America, you got another thing coming. Brothers are tired of this shit right here. You understand me? Let me explain what I mean, because all men in here, I doubt anybody's going to disagree with this, and you're free to disagree if you want. Everybody can speak their mind over here as long as you talk like you got some sense. You heard what she said, right? First, heifer, you did get the kids a father. You picked wrong, so now you pissed off, and like that silliness that I broke down with Umar Johnson, okay, who himself is a baby daddy with 2 baby mamas, okay? Now you want brothers that are responsible to come clean up behind your deranged, raggedy ass. See, sisters, think about your sons, because some of you in here have sons. Listening to this on the playback or live. If you think about it, how's that fair to your son? Would you advise your son to go and play cleanup man for a degenerate heifer like this that don't like men out of her own mouth because of her irresponsible decisions? How's that fair to your son to have to take away from his time if he doesn't have a family, or if he has a family, to go raise her kids who she should go back to her baby daddy and take that up with him? Think about it from that viewpoint, sisters. Brothers, I'm telling you this. Don't you ever lower your standards and your self-esteem to the point that you go play a damn cleanup man to a hateful, misandrous bitch like this. You're worth far more than that. If you think that you're not, let me tell you how you fix that. See, I hear a lot of these incels, they be whining about a lot of stuff online. Women. Okay, yeah, we see their behavior. But attracting the right woman as a man, it don't even start with the women. It start with you. First, get your knowledge up. Get you a skilled trade or some type of skill up under your belt, okay? Get your money right. Get your physique together, okay? These are basics. Then make sure you start acquiring life experiences by always adding to those things I just mentioned. And while you moving around, you will attract the type of women to you because you will always be in productive spaces, okay? And if those productive spaces are not here in America, you goddamn right, I'm saying it. Yes, you do have the right to leave the country and find what you want. Talking about men with their shit together. You damn right. Everybody trying to police what black men do. No. If you looked around here and you fit the criteria I just laid out and you can't get what you want, yes, you go get you a wife elsewhere. You damn right if you interested in starting a family. You ain't got to be stuck here waiting on this. And I advise you to do this, though. Before you do that, move around. Sometimes you might have to change the town where you at. You might have to change the city where you at. You might have to change the state where you at. Move around. After you've made ample attempt to find what you want and ain't out there, hey, brother, hit the skies, baby. Hit the skies. Yeah, I said it. I don't care who got an issue with it. So that's what I'm saying to the men. Don't you let your self-esteem fall so low that you think you got to be the cleanup man for this. No. Now, if you a single father, that's different. You have no right to be running around talking about you don't want no women with no kids. Because, see, I'm going to give you the simple solution to this that a lot of people don't like on both ends. If you got single mothers out here that's got some sense, not this terrorist right here that we looking at, but single mothers got some sense, and a single father's got some sense. Blend your families. That's your best option. But see, you got people on both ends of the equation that think that they're too good for that. Got news for you. No, you're not. After you've had kids, yes, that would be the best option because now, if you're dealing with somebody else that got kids and they're good parents, okay, whether it's a father or a mother, that person understands your situation. Blend your families together. Now, you can choose not to do that. But the road is going to be pretty hard for you going forward, especially if you're a woman, okay? Oh, yeah, I'm going to tell it like it is tonight. You ain't going to like everything I say, but this is going to help somebody that's got the sense enough to listen. So, with that being said, I'm going to finish letting this heartbeat talk here. We're going to get into some further analysis here.
But that way my kids would be able to go to a place to experience what it's like to have a dad. You know what I mean? Like, think of that. Because someone come up with that for kids. You know how they have like the Big Brother program for like, you know, your kids can have siblings. Right. They need to do that with good men who want to.
We're letting it play one more time because I want y'all to really hear the insanity behind this fool's voice.
Be a dad to somebody. So that way there's a program to where I take my kids who don't have a father, and I'm damn sure not going to attempt to get one because I cannot stand men in general. They make me want to throw my skin crawl. But that way my kids would be able to go to a place to experience what it's like to have a dad. You know what I mean? Like, think of that. Because someone come up with that for kids.
So now, before we go further, and yes, I got this little Teletubby head heifer up here for a reason. But before we go there, the last part of that insane demon statement, let me tell you why that's a very dangerous thing for her. If this harpy that you just heard speaking has sons that look like her baby daddy, them little boys being mistreated. I promise you that. Because see, she will look at him and see the man that she laid down with that ran off and take that out on that little boy. I hope that whoever her family members are, if she does have children, they need to get them kids away from her. That heifer right there has lost the right to be anybody's mother with that attitude she has. Oh, yes. And see, reason why I got little Teletubby head up here, the broadcast is showing you what to avoid, sisters, as far as behavior. If you want to be good wives, okay? Wives to some men that are decent. This right here, we saw this with our own eyes. This heifer basically got away with trying to attempt murder. They gave them immunity on the stand to testify, and they charged Travis Rudolph with first-degree murder. Ain't it amazing how they just hit black folks in self-defense situations with first-degree murder? But they let this maggot walk. I hope that brother goes all out and exercising all legal methods available to him to prosecute this piece of shit to the fullest extent of the law in whatever way possible. And hit her raggedy ass with a silver suit. Okay? See, I believe in punishment and settlement. Both. Oh, yes. Yes, I do. Okay? This right here, family, ladies, I want you to pay attention. This type of attitude that she was displaying on that stand, the things that she attempted to do, Today, brothers are observing the behavior of women that fit these molds, and they ain't having nothing to do with you. So if you one of them women that think that shit is cute to behave like Dominique Jones up here, you better hope you don't run into a Travis Rudolph that's got the mind to lay all of you down. But if it doesn't get that far, you will be invisible to those men, okay? So I'm showing you what not to be, all right? By the end of this broadcast here tonight, there's not going to be any excuses about not knowing or not understanding. Because, see, one of the things about men when they speak on these types of things, they speak with such vitriol and anger, and rightly so, because brothers are tired of that type of bullshit if they're decent men. But see, here's where passion can be a handicap. Sometimes some of these men that speak like that, the ones that aren't incels, they speak about it with such passion that they forget to articulate what they're saying in a way that everybody can understand it, men and women. I think I'm going to be able to do a good job of getting that message across here in that way here tonight. So just showing you this right here, ladies, this should be the poster child for bitches to avoid, okay? You don't want to emulate anything like this, right down to her appearance. Do you hear me? Even the appearance. I'm going to say something else before we move on. Appearance-wise, when it comes to all that goddamn weave, excessive makeup, I'm going to tell you why a lot of brothers ain't really checking for them like that, because y'all remember that little clip where this big old hefty round basketball head chick came out talking about, why does it seem like the men avoid the pretty girls? First of all, you ain't a pretty girl until we can see you without that damn makeup and your real hair. That's first and foremost to the men. We're the consumers of the product known as women. You don't get to determine what's pretty. We do. Newsflash, ladies. Yes, that's how it is. We determine what's pretty, not you and your buddies. Us. Okay? So if you looking like that, another reason why brothers are avoiding you, because you look like a tranny. Let's just call it what it is, man. The Hall T class, that's how they emulate y'all. Excessive makeup. Tell me if I'm lying. The Toucan Sam nails. Okay? Cut your eyebrows off and magic marker some new ones on, looking like, you know, some race cars been skidding across your damn forehead. Okay? Then you have the Batman lashes where you flutter enough times you can lift off in the air and levitate. That kind of stuff. Brothers ain't going for that, man, because we don't know what's out here. I know I don't. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now. People can be as mad as they want to. All these help with this excessive makeup, you might be the real deal. I'll never find out. And I'm not erring. I'm erring on the side of caution. I ain't even playing with it. You come trotting down the street, you probably think you looking good. Your homegirl done told you, oh, girl, that's it. Hey, excuse me, bro. Watch out. Because I don't know. I don't know. This witchcraft with that makeup is getting too damn good. See, it used to be, you could tell. Some of them, man, they going to get them surgeries and combine with that makeup. Oh, nah, bro. I ain't playing. Listen, I got to see you with your natural face and your natural hair. That's what I got to see. Now, you ain't got to do that, but just know you won't get my attention. I'm not playing no games, man. Hey, boy, Hall T, boy, they ain't playing with it, boy. And you know, they so degenerate, you would think, okay, you can do what you want to do if you in that community. I ain't hating on them. Why y'all stay trying to come after straight people? Seek your own kind, man. Water should seek its own level. But that ain't what they want, man. You can't induct me into the T-Class Hall of Fame. It ain't gonna never happen to me. I promise you that. Because see, fellas, I see y'all laughing, but see, this is what we got to do, ladies, to protect ourselves, man. If y'all want good men, ditch that make it look. Keep it simple. Some light foundation, you know, a little bit of eyeliner here or there, you know, some classy lipstick. Please know how to dress. And y'all know me, man. Being that I'm a man that believes in keeping his fragrance game together, I have 3 tiers of fragrances. Level 1, your little light body sprays, you know, if you're just going to be kicking out and about, knocking around. Then I have my tier 2 and 3 fragrances, okay? Depending on the venue that I'm going in and, you know, what's my objective for the evening, okay? So as women, you got to keep your perfume game up, man, along with your attire. I'm just trying to help you out. You ain't got to listen to me. But that's the reason why a lot of men are avoiding the pretty girls, because the pretty girls could be pretty men, if you know what I'm saying, okay? Just keeping it real, okay? So we're going to move on. We're going to move on. We got a lot more to cover here tonight. We're going to move right on, okay? Because I got to show y'all something. So you have our good brother Philip Scott is going to give a report. I'm going to let our good brother make some commentary here, and then we're going to come back and analyze some things.
Modern woman, you know, in every sense of the word, she wants to be modern, but she wants this traditional man. And most traditional men have a certain way of being, and she really don't like that, but let's review it.
Do you want to know one of the saddest realizations I recently had? Was that as a liberal woman, it is really hard to find a man who is willing to play the more traditional masculine role in the...
When she said liberal woman, I'm like, uh-oh, red flag, flag on the play. Flag on the play. Because men who are traditional, for the most part, don't get down with any kind of liberal policies or anything related to liberal progressive. They don't get down with that. Most of your traditional masculine men that she want is going to have a lot of conservative values. It's just bottom line. And I'm not talking about political party either when I say conservative values.
Brother Phil is absolutely right. Because I'm going to tell you right now, speaking for myself, as if you don't already know that, if you hadn't checked this channel, I'm neither liberal nor conservative. But if you run over here to me, especially as a black woman, and I see you towing the line for that damn Democratic Party, or you got them liberal ideologies, you think that it's okay for drag queens to be flopping around in front of kids, and you think that it's more than two genders, okay? If you think that children, you know what I'm saying, like, what is his name? Dwayne Wade's son, that he's, you know, trying to have him act like he's a girl. If you think that's cool, you're invisible to me. I can't have you nowhere around me. You're insane. Most brothers are socially conservative. Y'all better listen to this. Phil ain't just saying that. That's the truth. Most black people are socially conservative. Those of us in our right mind. That doesn't mean political. I'm saying social. Know the difference. Socially conservative. All right? I'm going to tell you once again, I've said it many times. I'm a heathen. I admit it. I like all kinds of things regarding our women, man, but in the bedroom where it belongs. Put that shit in the bedroom. See, that's one of the problems today that a lot of our women have. They don't understand the difference between bedroom, private activity, and public activity, okay? That was an old saying that we used to have, especially back in the early 90s, okay? A freak in the sheets, but a lady in the streets, man. That's what we want. Those of us who are straight men now, that's what we want. Whatever you gonna do in the privacy of your home with your man, that's your business. Get down, have fun. Lord knows I like to have fun, okay? But keep that private. When you go outside, ain't nobody supposed to see what your man see in private. So that falls into that liberal behavior where you're showing everything. Let me tell you something, ladies. Got your cleavage out all everywhere. You can do what you want to do now. You can. Got your dress so short to the point where you can't hardly bend over without your snatch falling out everywhere. Everybody can see all kinds of Thundercat. No problem. Go ahead and do that. When everybody can see everything, you know what brothers think? Oh, she belongs to everybody. Let me move around this piece of shit. I'm just going to give it to you straight. I'm going to let Brother Phil continue, though, because we got a lot more to go through.
What I mean by conservative values is, you know, family values. Working hard, providing for a family, protecting the family, expecting his woman to cook and clean, take care of the children, you know, doing the things that a traditional family, you know, would do, right? The man fixing all the stuff around the house, you know, then changing light bulbs and fixing cars, and the grass got to be cut, and, you know, all different things that men have to do, right? But she wants that kind of guy, but she wants to be a liberal. That's not going to work because most of those guys don't agree with deleting babies. Let's call it what it is. They don't. But let's continue.
Relationship in today's day and age. Who is not a conservative? A man who wants to pay on the first date, who wants to open your door, who has that want and desire to take care of you and to provide. Who is not a conservative? And obviously, as a liberal woman,
I got to pause at the point so much. Y'all know I'm finna be petty, right? Y'all know I'm finna be petty. The nerve of this long-faced heifer. First of all, now, hey, listen, y'all know the alabasters ain't my cup of tea. But I couldn't resist pointing this out. Look at her face. Her face looked like a doggone tennis shoe. And she looked raggedy. Even for a white woman, she looked raggedy. Do something with your hair. long shoe face heifer, you can't call no shots and demands of no men. What is wrong? The entitlement is crazy. Oh my God. Hey, white men, hey, that's y'all problem right there. She ain't mine, but look, y'all know she damn near just a step above just barely things, aka Miss Ann, aka Life Spice, as I call her. I just had to do it, fam. I'm sorry. I had to go in. Let's continue.
You want to be respected from independence, and I do.
You want to be respected for your independence. Stay by yourself, ma'am. And you ain't to worry about nobody respecting you about your independence. See, that's the thing. You want your cake and eat it too, and that's just not going to work. No man gonna put up with all that. I'm strong and independent. I don't need no man. Men have options. You understand? Especially men that have applied themselves and, decent men that got their paper right too. These single men have plenty of options. They don't have to put up with you. You don't understand. We are in a globalized society, and that man knows he can book a flight and be in pick a country. He can be in a country in a few hours where the women don't even think like you. You understand? This is why a lot of you going to stay losing. You got to compete with women overseas for men here. And the men keep saying, I'd rather go over there. It's a lot less headache. Let's continue.
I want to have my own autonomy in the relationship and not be confined or conform to the traditional female homemaker, childbearing role. And most of the men that I've dated who do have that more natural provider masculinity about them are normally conservative.
Yeah. Yes. Why do you want a man like that? Why? You don't want to cook. You don't want to clean. You don't want to be a mother. You don't want to do nothing. You just want to be there. Let me tell you something. If you just think you look good and you just want to be there, men don't need you for that. They really don't. They can go trick off somewhere and get their little needs met. And you out there in California, right? You know the tricking that going on over there, or especially you can go to Vegas. That's close by y'all in LA. That tricking is legal. Why do he have to put up with you? So he's supposed to do all the traditional things for you and do what you're supposed to be doing too. No. Let's go.
So I don't really know what to do because I don't want to compromise my morals and values just to find a man. But am I asking to have my cake and eat it too?
You have no morals. Because if you truly are a liberal, you don't have any morals. Because the decorum, trust me, everything, if you look at what men talk about, if you look at the laws that was put in, the majority of the laws had to do with a lot of liberal policies. You understand? Let's go back to even child support. Who put in that if you get a felony, you can't get a place to stay? Who put in that you can go to jail for child support? How putting a man in jail is going to help the child? How is that even paying child support? Democrat Bill Clinton did that, right? What morals do you have that men have to respect? But see, the thing is, I wouldn't even tell any men to even deal with you. You need to wallow in your mess until you throw away that liberal ideology that you have, because most of the decent men are conservative thinking. They are. And when they say they're going to get traditional women outside the country, those women think with conservative thoughts too, like being modest. That's part of being conservative, right? Traditional family structure, that's being conservative. Respecting your family, respecting your elders, that's being conservative. Those mindsets. And the majority of the world is very, very conservative. Even when these women were talking down on other countries and say, oh, they're getting women from the third world, but women in the so-called third world has proven themselves, and a society has proven that it's more conducive for men that you want to go over there and get their wives, because they not talking about the crap you're talking about. So all you're gonna do is, well, let me see here. You wearing witchcraft. So and like I said, due to your genetic makeup that you have, I know the wall approaches you pretty fast. You look like you maybe, and I'm being nice when I say this, you look like maybe 32, 33.
Oh, no, I feel you being way too generous. That heifer probably 37, 38, man. Yeah, because see, you know they age like spoiled bananas, man. And see, that's another thing. This heifer got the nerve to be talking about she liberal but want a conservative. Man, heifer, you need to be conservative with your face. You should wear a mask at all times. Listen, I know the pandemic is over. She should be mandated to wear a mask. Nobody should have to look at that. Ooh, can you imagine when she started to age? Oh, my God. Again, they ain't my cup of tea, but this is an ugly white woman. Yes, she is. White men, shut up. Don't come over here, man. You know this woman ain't attractive. I know you got to stay on code. You can't say it. You know ain't none of y'all jumping on no table to get with this. Oh, my God, boy. Woo, man. You know, hey, let me be quiet. Let me let Phil finish.
You know good and well the wall coming for you fast. You know that. The wall is coming. And yeah, you may have some money to do a little plastic surgery, but you can't do it forever because surgery can't fix the wall. It really can't. But sorry, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Now, you may can get a simp, but you're not going to respect that simp. That's the thing. They got some simps that'll be with you, but you don't respect them at all. You could be running their pockets and you still don't respect them because you don't like that kind of man. You settle with that kind of man. But let me know what y'all think about this liberal woman saying that she wants a traditional man, but he can't be conservative at all. He has to be a liberal. I never seen that.
Salute to the good sister Black Mama for the cash out. Thank you very much, my sister. I appreciate that very much. But family, Brother Phil didn't tell no lies right there. Okay, now that was a member of the Alabaster's class. But unfortunately, remember what I said at the beginning of the broadcast, some of our women have started to try to imitate their ways. Let me make it plain for you ladies. Those of you that want good men, you're not going to be able to be one of these liberated, independent women and expect to find a traditional man, because traditionalism, as far as men and conservative, go line in line, okay? We're talking about socially conservative, okay? So you can go ahead and just hang that up, take it or leave it. I just told you the truth. But we're gonna have to deal with something else before we get into what I want to show you here, right? We're going to have to deal with something else because this is the part that's going to get a little bit triggering, okay? Oh, yeah. I'm going to enlarge this so y'all can hear it. This is going to get triggering. I want y'all to listen to this because, see, you heard me use the term turbo thot. A lot of people are like, well, what is a turbo thot? What is a turbo thot? Okay. This story right here that this brother finna tell, this gonna show you exactly what a turbo thot is, and it's gonna be self-explanatory, ladies. Don't be the chick that he's talking about. But in the end, karma caught up with her. I ain't gonna say what happened. I'm gonna let him tell the story. Want y'all take a listen to this.
A few years ago, my oldest daughter had to take a DNA test for school just to figure. During the DNA test, she came to me very, very sad because apparently me and her were not related. I was like, huh? When she told me this, I had to keep a straight face because the immediate shock was just wild. Then I decided to go with her to get a paternity test done. When we got the paternity test done, it was also concluded that I was not her father. At this point, I was shocked. I've had 4 kids with my wife, and she was the oldest, and I needed to see how far this rabbit hole went. I told her to not let her mother know that we know this information, and then I went to my next oldest child. Not mine. I went to the one below that. Not mine. And then I decided to stop there because the youngest child is so young that this may directly affect them, and they don't really understand what's going on anyway. So I didn't even want to go into that rabbit hole, but when I got the information, I immediately was like, let me go talk to my wife about this. So, like always, she didn't take responsibility or any type of accountability, and she said, how are you going to believe your wife over these tests? I was like, are you serious? Are you like, for real? Like, is this really where you're gonna go with this? Then she starts crying profusely and saying it was only one time, I didn't mean to do it. And I was like, it was only one time? Hey. And then I showed her that each one of the children aren't mine, with the exception of the youngest, as so I think. That's when it dawned on me that it was one time, multiple times, and then when we looked, each one of the children had different baby fathers, and somehow that made it even worse, because it wasn't just one person you was cheating on me with. This is a habitual thing with multiple different people that you probably don't know about. And I'm taking care of their kids. They're my kids. They're my kids. I've raised each and every one of them from a super young age, and they stood by me through this whole situation. But to think that she's not who she said she was, because up until that situation, I thought we had a great marriage. I thought we had a great life. I thought everything was going good. I thought that we were building together and already have built together.
Now, I know what you're saying. Like, damn, that's horrible. Yeah. When I say turbo thought, this is what I'm talking about. But see, I got to stop the brother right here because, see, I need to talk to the brothers for a minute. I don't really need to say nothing to the ladies because it's self-explanatory what not to do in this situation. But I need to talk to my young black men out here. This is a good brother. Okay? Fault is not his. Let me tell you the mistake he made. He said that he was shocked to find out that this is who she was and everything. But brother, she was that way all along. See, this is what happens when you rush into a marriage. Young men, listen to me. Listen to your brother. You have no business getting married until you at least 2 solid years into a relationship. You need to have lived together so you see what each other are like under the same roof. You need to have gone through some life experiences together so you can meet their families, each other's families. Okay? It takes time to make that life-changing decision. See what it was, because I can tell he's a good dude, hard-working brother, more than like I know that kind of brother when I see them, okay? Hard-working square brother. Problem is you got women out here that'll prey on that. They'll put that whammy bammy on you, boy, and then they think, you jumping up talking about marrying them in 6 months. No, that is not enough time. I don't care what any woman tells you. No. Sit your ass down for 2 years and see if y'all are compatible. You understand me? That's what happened. She didn't change. She was always that way. And as far as feeling any type of remorse or feeling bad, no. That's not what a turbo thought does. You need to understand. The women, like I showed you at the beginning of this broadcast, that sitting up here deleting babies, they don't have no conscience. If you doubt that, I got something else that I'm going to show you here later on tonight. You're going to be like, oh, if you think this one is bad, oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. I told you. That's why I gave you the trigger warning at earlier part of this broadcast. So let them continue.
She is a stay-at-home mom that works on things that she wants to do. She takes care of the kids. She cooks. She cleans. She does everything that's needed inside of the relationship with me. Yet she didn't tell me that she wanted to go outside of the marriage. She didn't tell me that she wanted to do anything. Anyway, after finding out the information and getting her side of the story, I let her know I would need a couple of space. So I had rented a hotel for a couple of days, and I stayed in it. I stayed away, and it was all right. It was good, but I really missed my kids, and I wanted to see them. So after a couple of days, I was back inside of the house, but I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't say anything to my wife. I didn't speak to her. She would try to talk to me and I would look away. I would take care of the kids. I would grab the kids, take them to the mall, do different things with them. And everything was I was just trying to figure things out. I was just trying to see how I could make our relationship work or see if I need to separate and just take the kids myself. Like, I didn't know what to do, if I had any legal rights to these individuals. Yeah, my name's on the birth certificate, but I'm not biologically theirs. I just wanted to figure things out, but I didn't even get that chance, because 6 days ago she decided, other than taking any type of responsibility, to have a hangout session with the chandelier. And I'm so happy I have my kids, because I just don't know what I would like. It's just baffling to me. Because the whole time, even with evidence, she just kept denying. And I don't know if I did something wrong. I don't know if I was never supposed to know in the first place. I don't know what's going to happen, but I know I didn't want this to happen. I didn't want to not have my kids not to have their
Okay, so you heard the brother, right? Again, I don't really have too much to say to the sisters on this, because what not to do is self-explanatory. Let me talk to the brothers, especially young black men. Listen up. I am not going to belittle that brother for his decision to stay with those kids, because if you didn't catch what he was saying, the heifer took her own life by hanging herself on the chandelier. So I'm not going to disrespect his decision to stay with them kids, but I am going to talk to other young black men. If you find yourself in that situation, I don't care how much this pisses anybody off. Walk the fuck away. No, don't you stay there and put up with that. None of them kids yours. See, this is why DNA testing should be mandatory at birth. There's a reason that saying is out there. Mama's baby, father's maybe. You should look. Any woman that's got a problem with you saying, look, I want a DNA test at birth, what you got to hide? Because see, this protects both of us. It makes sure I know the kid is mine. And then if I did try to weasel out of it, you got certified biological proof that I'm those children's fathers. So we both covered. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to say it again. You find that out, walk away. You look, it goes into respecting yourself as a man. You don't stay there and put up with that, because see, I've seen too many situations with this paternity fraud situation where you just gonna leave all this? No. Because see, when the respect is gone, you are supposed to be gone, especially if you're not them kids' biological father. Hell no. I know that sound cold, but no. See, I'm gonna say this because few people say this for black men. Black men today, we're not even looked at as human beings by a lot of people in our own race, man. We supposed to just put up with any damn thing, no matter what happened to us. Like that silly bastard Umar. Yeah, I got to say it like that. Yes, I am. Sitting up here, these are the women that he talking about. Well, you just supposed to go take care of their kids. No, Umar. See, you overlooking all of this stuff that's going on in these situations here today. There's a reason why that marriage rate is so low. It ain't just the women that's leaving, okay? Then you got to put up with situations like this where some of these men are finding out that them children ain't theirs. That ancestry.com said, boy, that be busting them out, boy. Tell you that right now. If they ever make that law where all children must have a DNA test at birth, boy, do you understand me? Listen, that's fair to the man, though. It's fair to both parties, all right? So I had to put that part out there. Because, see, today, sisters, I'm going to say this to you again. I'm doing this broadcast so you know what type of women you should stand out from if you want to secure a good man and a husband that's going to stay with you. Okay? This is what's going on out here, all right? And this is what they're trying to make the face of women today. This is why they promote all that degeneracy towards you. It's getting worse and worse and worse, okay? So this is why anybody that's criticizing passport kings, passport bro, whatever, you shut the fuck up. Because, see, you can't complain about the behavior that we see and then blame other men that say, okay, I want to try something else. That's their right to do. So now I'm going to say it again to those brothers, passport kings, whatever you want to call them. Once you dip and go get what you want, brother, just be happy. Just leave it at that, okay? You don't have to be online, steady talking about what you live. Just, hey, bro, go live your life. I completely support that if you're trying to find a wife and a family, okay? You deserve that if you got your shit together, all right? So I just want to make that part clear, because see, if y'all thought that was bad, oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. I'm going to let this clip play, and I want y'all to take a listen to this. Again, ladies, I'm showing you what to stand out from and separate yourself from so that you see this type of behavior, because y'all have seen it out there, but I'm putting it in front of you in a format where I can point it out and show you what men are thinking about this, okay? This will help you stand out from these heifers. I'm going to let this play.
I asked you what your body count look like.
Okay.
Why you worry about my body count? That's old shit. Can you feel it? It feel good to you? So what we talk about?
Okay. So you want a stingy man, but you haven't been stingy with yours.
I ain't saying I ain't been stingy. I just said mind your business.
You're focused on my future. The fact of the matter is that you want to make sure that what's your credit score hitting like, bro? You know what I'm saying? You got
I can help you with that.
You got some things going on. What is the plan? What is the dream? So you're focused on my future. I can't focus on your past, so I got to forget your past. Well, forget my future then.
I mean, but you can't compare the two. We talk about my sexual history to your financial stability or your future.
Well,
like, those things ain't even on the scale tip.
Well, women provide pleasure and men provide provisions. Those are our golden tickets. It's the same thing.
Man.
That's why we provide for y'all to give us pleasure, duh. Let me go ahead and get triggered to then.
Yeah,
this is the problem with women these days. See, they want something that they can't give. Now, you want me to have all my goddamn future figured out. You want my credit score up. You want me to have real estate. You want all of these things to make sure that we're going to be alive and well in the next 10 years. But I can't talk about your last 10 years? Oh, so you want me to pay top dollar for some cat that that you gave away for a shot of Hennessy and some Waffle House 32 times in the past 32 weeks, I say no. Carry your little frisky ass back to the pot dance. I don't want that goddamn used ass car. You trying to make me pay goddamn new car price for that new used ass Nissan Sentra. That's a 96 Sentra. Baby, I drive a goddamn 2023 Bentley. It's not the same. I am not paying the same price. When I'm cooking, I'm cooking.
So
now y'all can say what you want about that, but see, I'm gonna make it even more plain than that. The turbo thoughts that's running around out here thinking they deserve traditional men, okay, that are well established. First of all, you're showing everything to everybody, so that's communication number one. Like I said earlier in the broadcast, you're showing everybody you belong to the streets. And then, this is how men see you. When you've been passed around like that to the point that it's obvious, that's just like nobody in this chat room will want some chewed up food out of somebody else's mouth. You understand? So for you turbo thoughts, that's how men see you. But see, they're so delusional today because society is telling them they can have anything and everything they want. They actually think they can. Well, no, you cannot. No, you cannot. And before we get to our good brother Phil here, we got to deal with something else. Let me go ahead and pull this on the screen. I told y'all tonight's broadcast was going to be very triggering. Oh, yes, I did. But it's triggering in a good way because it's showing you ladies what not to become. And it's showing you brothers what to say hell no to. Oh, yeah. Let me caution you before I play this next clip, brothers. Do not drink anything. Be sitting down. Do not have any sharp objects in your hand because this is going to piss you off, okay? Unfortunately, some of you may have been in this situation. Now, before I play it, don't go out and do nothing because of what you hear here, okay? Because you won in the end if you continue. The best revenge is living well, okay? But this is what you're about to see right here. When I say turbo thought and trifling behavior, and ladies, when it comes to you standing out from these types of degenerates like this on the screen, I want you to keep this clip in mind. I'm going to play it, then we're going to break some things down.
You know I'm there.
Hey, bro, like...
No. No, it's not about that, though. But you got some...
for?
Because I want these people to know how you slept with my brother.
Whoop-de-doo. Everybody knew except you.
So what did I say about you, though? What type of girl did I say about you?
What you mean?
What you mean?
Guys, though, why can I do it?
But you fucked my brother, though.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and interject early here. First of all, to the brother or any brothers, if you in this situation, first that means your brother ain't shit. You should disown that motherfucker, okay? Because I would never do that to any of my cousins, brother, anybody. I don't have to do that. All these women out here, you got to go after your brother girl, so he's a degenerate piece of shit. Furthermore, trying to shame or reason with a turbo thought, I'm going to tell you they're beyond that. You have to have honor in order to have shame. Any bitch that's willing to lay up with your brother, vice versa for the men, any nigga that's willing to lay up with your sister, okay, and that's the mother of your child or the father of your child, you ain't worth two dead flies. See, all this shit, well, I'm going to put you on blast and put you on the internet and shame you. Brother, no. What you're doing is making yourself look ridiculous. Now, I understand that this is a painful thing. Let me explain something. Let me tell you what you're supposed to do in this situation. Because I hope none of you ever find yourself in that situation. I've never been in that situation. But if you find yourself in this situation, brother, don't go doing this. Hopefully you got your paper right. Go ahead and talk to you an attorney. Figure out what you need to do to take care of your kid. Move on with your life. Cut your damn brother off. That's the smartest way to do it. Because, see, this goes back to what I said earlier in the broadcast also about working on yourself as a man so you can make sure you're the best version of who you need to be in order to attract the type of women that match you. Look at this piece of shit. Look at it. Yeah, I'm calling it what it is. Look at this piece of shit turbo thought. No man with his shit together would even entertain a thought like this. This is a hood rat. You don't impregnate hood rats. See, what, brothers, this is why you hear all of us in these spaces telling you to get your damn paper right, get yourself together as a man, because when you do, you don't even think about messing with chicks like this. They ain't even on your radar. You be like, hey, man, watch out, move around. You don't even want them talking to you. You like, oh, no, I ain't trying to do nothing with you. See, what happened is when you broke, you're down on your luck, the first thing that blink your way and throw a little bit of coochie towards you, there you go. You jump straight up on them, and then your dumb ass go and get one on pregnant. Now you got the baby mama from hell that's willing to screw your brother. That's what you don't do. I'm gonna let y'all play the rest of this, man, because she wrong as hell, but hey, brother, this is why you don't sit here and judge women only off how they look. Because first of all, if that's what he was doing, look at this. Now, I get it. She in her house, but you can tell she don't look much better than that going around. So if you were just judging off looks, then on top of the looks thing, that old masculine ass demeanor, you can tell this is a very disrespectful bitch, even before he found out about what was going on between her brother and his brother and her, okay? Let me tell you something, man. I don't deal with disrespectful women. I don't deal with women that call me bruh or bro. I don't deal with women that like to try to do shit men do. You know my rule about them damn tattoos, because with the tattoos come a certain lifestyle, okay? I don't deal with these low, hard, wannabe pseudo-masculine men. No, you can get the fuck on with that. The women I deal with like to wear dresses. They like to smell nice. They're soft-spoken, respectful as long as you're respectful to them. So the problems start with what he allowed himself to be attracted to. You don't ever impregnate nothing like this. This creep right here is in the Suki Hana class, okay? Yeah. But I'm gonna let it play though, because boy, when I tell you, man, brothers, don't be this guy. Don't be this guy.
Like, what you want, a cookie? Like,
but we got kids, you my baby mom.
Okay, I don't owe you no loyalty.
What you mean you don't owe me no loyalty? We got a whole kid and I pay the bills.
I'm not your girlfriend. I'm a baby mom. I owe you no loyalty. I used to owe you loyalty. I don't owe you nothing now.
Yeah, but I pay the bills in
It
here.
doesn't matter. He paid them with you.
Ain't nobody paid nothing with me. I just dropped off $2,500 over here the other day.
And you dropped off 5 bands. Who dropped off more?
But what that say about you as a woman though?
It's light, food, kid gotta eat. You're not providing.
Yeah, but we was together for 5 years. Like,
Okay.
why you think it's okay to fuck my brother though?
Time don't mean nothing. Time ain't nothing but a number that can change.
I'm just saying though, like that's crazy that you feel like it's the idol, and I'm gonna let the whole world know that you fuck my brother.
You think you can't expose me? No.
No, but I'm gonna expose you with this video though.
Okay,
that you fuck my brother though.
The thing is,
Family, look at all the red flags. Let's go down the list. You see she got a tattoo on her neck, one on her thigh. You know what? Let me take this banner off. Let me see if y'all can see that. Tattoo on the neck, one on the thigh. Got this damn wiki weave in her hand, okay? Disrespectful demeanor. Brother, what the fuck was you thinking when you chose this? See, let me teach my young black men something on how you avoid this. I'm going to give you a simple exercise that builds your discipline up. It's very simple, okay? This can apply to women too, but I'm talking to the men because what you choose is what you're going to have to deal with. Young brothers, whatever your favorite thing is, let's just say, I don't know, favorite dessert, something like that. We'll go with a cake, all right? Challenge yourself so that you build your discipline by doing things like this. Let's say you got whatever your favorite type of cake is. Hey, you ration out how many slices that you gonna eat and say, hey, I'm only gonna eat one slice of this today. That's it. Now, it's in there. You can go get another slice, but where you build your discipline up, and follow what I'm saying, with small things, this does count. You build your discipline up and apply it to other things, okay? Start applying it to, okay, hey, if I said I'm gonna work out 3 days a week, that's what you need to do. You hold you accountable to those things. You build your discipline up, and this translates into other areas of your life, especially when you're dealing with people. So what I'm saying is, if you're a disciplined brother, if you out there grinding, trying to get your weight up, you ain't quite attracting the women you want yet, you still don't settle for this? No, brother. No. This is going to sound vulgar and funny at the same time. But damn it, this brother right here, in hindsight, he would have been better off getting him some lotion and having a date with Palmer Lee. Yeah, he would have, before you got this pregnant. And see, I want you to further look at it. Still talking to the brothers. Every young black man is listening to the sound of my voice. When you think the woman that you choose to represent you, This, do you want this? Is this supposed to represent you? See, me, listen, man, I got pedigree in my family and my personal standards. You can't look like this and be nowhere. I don't want to be seen in the same place with you. I'll tell you one thing about your brother, man, I'm country bougie. If I walk into certain places and I see a multitude of that, I will turn my ass around and leave. No, not my crowd. I'm not doing this. Oh, no. This is why I fly first class and business class, because I want to, look, I hate to say it, but when you start raising the price points, that keep this type of generosity away from you, okay? I'm very strict about that. I don't have no run-ins with this, okay? The closest I'll get, hey, supermarket somewhere, and then I'll try to keep my distance, because you don't never know what these creatures will do. They're rabid. These are not women. This right here does not represent womanhood. Ladies, don't take up for this. This is not a woman. Her behavior has disqualified her from having that earned honorable title, okay? So, you know what? I'm going to let it play, and I want y'all to hear how this brother just, boy, he basically pissing at the wind, man. This thing don't have no fucking remorse. And now you got to live with this for 18 years minimum. Sad. Let's let it continue.
The thing is, the gag is,
No,
you gonna look stupid because you trying to expose me.
No, I'm not gonna look stupid. You gonna look stupid because we got a whole 2-year-old together and you fucked my brother.
Okay, the 2-year-old wasn't here when it happened. Why does it matter?
But I'm just saying though, but like, what was the point of that though? Like, what you get out of that though? Like, you have no self-respect for yourself. You have no self-respect for yourself.
But I got out of it.
See, this shows that you really childish and you're not mature at all in no type of way though.
I'm very mature.
No, you're not though. You're really nothing. Nah, but you're nothing though. You're nothing though.
You slept.
And you're really a whore though. You're really a whore. How about that?
That's okay. If you
Yeah. But you have no respect for yourself.
You think so?
No respect for yourself. You slept with my brother.
Let me pause this because see, the Turbo Thot actually had a point here. Degenerate, little old goofy mucket baby looking. Ooh, boy, I don't see how he did it. But the Turbo Thot had a point, family. He called her nothing. She said, but you slept with nothing. She's right. Men and women, listen to your brother. No matter how much shit you talk about your baby mama or your baby daddy, if you ran up in them, if you laid down with them and let them run up in you, whatever you call them, that apply to your ass too because you was attracted to them. Yes. Oh, that's the point. A lot of people gonna have a hard time swallowing that pill. Don't know. Hey, be careful with them names that you call them because hey, you wanted something in them. See, them red flags were there. But see, for undisciplined people, this goes into where I gave you that small lesson about discipline. For undisciplined people, you overlook them red flags like, well, I want what I want when I want it. Okay, you can get it. Men and women, we can get what we want. We can make our own choices, but don't complain when you get these types of outcomes, okay? Yeah, let's let it continue.
I'm glad your brother don't think that of me.
No. It's not about that though. And I'm gonna have some words with him too. But it's like you don't even. Nah, because like I just don't understand why you don't think about things. Like think about how I would feel.
Think about. I don't care about how you feel. Your feelings got nothing to do with me. Go find somebody who cares. Find somebody who gives 2 fucks. I don't care.
That's crazy.
So stop recording me and get out.
That's crazy though. I treated you so good.
You can't even be your son.
No, but I treated you. When we was together, I treated you so good though.
Boy, do not be this simple because you heard him. When we were together, I treated you so good though. See, brothers, this is why I keep telling y'all that baby mama bullshit. Just like I get on the women about being single mothers, you don't want to be no baby daddy either. Because see this, look, let me show you how he could have avoided this, right? First of all, you don't choose this to impregnate, but let's just say, okay, that's what you want. That did it for him. Marry the motherfucker. You pay the cost to be the boss. You get your own house. You hold down your responsibilities. Now, if he was doing all that, does that mean she still wouldn't have did it? No, doesn't mean she still wouldn't have did it. However, if you the type of man that want to get your kids, you got that evidence and you got the right attorney, that would give you a leg up in court. Now, I ain't gonna say it'll be an automatic open and shut, but if you got the right attorney and you can not think emotional like this nigga was doing, because he putting on the internet, that ain't gonna do nothing. If you was smart, this way coming to have your money together, get her to talk, be calm, like, okay, just ask the question. Yeah, so you slept with brother? Okay, just make sure you said it. Take that to your attorney, man. You see what I'm saying? See, as a man, you can't be thinking in emotions, man. That's not where we belong. Now, you can, but when you play that game, you operating outside your masculinity. You gonna lose every time. Leave that game to the women. They're more wired towards feelings and emotions. As men, we're supposed to be wired towards logic and reason, okay? And see, sitting up here whining and complaining about it, man, like I said, first, your brother a dirtbag. He probably showed you signs that he was that type of dude too, and you ignored that. But see, I'm going to tell you something about me. I don't give a damn if it's family. I'll cut your ass off if I feel I can't trust you. No. So, you know, discipline helps you avoid those types of scenarios. So we got to deal with some more stuff here tonight. I know y'all like, hey, when we going to get over there to Brother Phil? We going to get there in a minute. Oh, we going to get there in a minute. But I got to set something up over here, right? Yes, I do. Let me go ahead and enlarge this on the screen. Yeah, we got to deal with some things, family. Hold on. Got to deal with some things. Yes, we do. Okay. Now, I know a lot of you are wondering if I was going to say something about this. Of course I am. I'm going to say something right now. The 40 Ancestors video shows Black American women twerking at Ghana's historic slave trading post. Okay? This is what you see on the right-hand side. Okay? We're going to get to that in a minute. Okay? Just want to make sure everybody sees that. All right. Gonna take that down. Next thing we got to move up here is this. Move on over here. Want to enlarge this so everybody can see it. About a minute, we'll slide it on over here. Let me take this banner down so y'all can read along with me. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the article from News One in the chat room so that y'all can read this for yourselves. So you don't think I'm just making this up, because I'm not going to read through the whole article. But I'm going to read you an important part of this, okay? Just put the article, the News One article, in the chat room so you can look that up for yourself. But we're going to focus on this section. It says the Instagram account for Kai Paris Dior, which touts Memphis and Atlanta in its bio and identifies itself in part as being operated by the CEO of a website that sells lingerie, has multiple posts documenting a recent, possibly ongoing trip to Africa, apparently as part of a birthday celebration for a Black American woman. Most of the posts from the trip show Kai Paris Dior, along with her apparent friends and family, enjoying themselves during festivities in the West African country. Okay, so why am I focusing on that part? Let's get something straight. Y'all know me when it comes to my city. Not gonna have people dumping their trash on my city. It says Memphis and Atlanta. Now, these hood rats are from Memphis. They're transplants to Atlanta. Okay, let's get that cleared up. Let's see. Let me show you something else. Let's go ahead and bring this up here. Bring this on up here. This is the Turbo Thoughts Instagram page with their disrespectful asses. Let me show you something. Look at the Instagram page. When you see somebody that puts Memphis or whatever city first and then the little airplane, that means that's where they're originally from. So Memphis, you gonna take your trash. You're not finna dump your hood rats over here just because they moved over here. See, that's the problem with a lot of Atlanta today. A lot of these goddamn transplants are coming over here fucking things up. No, you're not. Because I've heard people, man, them Atlanta shit. No, you're not. Nope. They belong to Memphis. That's where they belong, goddammit. Everybody love to try to do that shit, but see, I'm gonna tell you right now, as long as this microphone is kicking, I'm gonna straighten all that shit out when I hear anybody doing it. These bitches belong to Memphis, okay? Yeah, because see, this type of trash right here, man, these type of degenerates, they fall right into the category that I was saying earlier tonight that we need to disown. Oh yeah, we got to disown these, because see, family, I'm gonna play this disrespectful shit. I'm gonna play it. Then I'm gonna point something out. Let me just slide this on over for a minute. Got to put him in front of my good brother Phil here. I'm gonna play something, then I'm gonna point something out about all this goddamn twerking everywhere. I want y'all to see this. See this shit right here? I wish I wish some invisible ancestral foots would have kicked their raggedy asses off the top of that goddamn castle. This shit right here, man, this damn twerking everywhere that we got going on, man. Again, brothers, they're making it easy for you to disqualify. You see any women doing like that? Hey, move around. You know exactly. You belong to the streets. You don't have sense enough to understand that this act belongs behind private. In private, okay? It belongs in private, in your bedroom, in the company of your own home, wherever. You don't go outside doing this everywhere. See, let me tell you something. These damn traveling hood rats, I'm going to tell you what their counterparts are. Traveling coons, too. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a whole nother broadcast for another day. The traveling male coons. We got some traveling male coons out there misrepresenting foundational Black American freedmen culture. But see, we're dealing with these hood rats right here. Okay? See, the problem with them, they place all the value into their ass. I remember when the trend started where everybody started paying attention to Black women's shapes, okay? You can kind of chalk that up to like the early 2000s. Then, slowly but surely, because that's what got them attention, that's what everybody started. Oh, they're paying me attention because we got a shape. Hey, you know the hood correct call. Hey, the damn hood. If I hear that shit anywhere, I'm like, let's go. Let's go. There's a hood rat somewhere. See, look, when I hear, when I hear that, that's like a call if you out in the wild somewhere and you hear some type of wild animal or something. I'm like, oh, shit. They close by. Let's go. Let's ride. These disrespectful motherfuckers right here, man, they disgraced us, man. And they disgraced the image of foundational Black American women. See, this is why women need to be pissed off and more vocal about this. Sisters, you can't keep taking the stance of, well, they women. No, the fuck they're not. When they embarrass your image like this, strip them of that title. That's what you should do. Because I'm going to tell you right now, as a man, when I see the men, just like I went in on that piece of shit that got them golden peanuts and they sent his ass to the upper room for beating on that 14-year-old boy's mother, I'm disowning him. That's not a Black man. When you embarrass my image of the Black man, I disown your ass. The women going to have to start doing that with these hood rats and turbo thighs too. You drag your funky ass over here to a castle where that was the last thing some of our ancestors saw, and you did that to me for the ancestors. When they come back here, if they come back, they should be pariahs in our community. Nobody should have a damn thing to do with them, especially the women. You understand me? See, if we really want to clean this up, this is what it's going to take. You can't cut nobody no passes when they do things like this. We at a critical hour in the junction of our history right now. We got to clean this shit up from within. Nobody else is going to do it for us. You know why? Because everybody outside of our culture is invested into destroying the image of the Black man and Black woman in America. You understand? Let the rest of this degeneracy play. Yeah, I had to deal with that, them raggedy rodents. Y'all know I was going to cover that. Oh, yeah, you know I was going to cover it, family. Okay, so now that we got that cleared up, they are Memphis ratchets. Memphis, get your trash. Because, see, for me, just like we delineate from these damn tethers, and when they start to try everybody Black, those of us here in Atlanta, we delineating from the rest of this bullshit that came over here, these damn transplants. You're not going to do shit over here and be like, well, that's Atlanta. No, you're not. Wherever you from, that's you. Louisiana, Memphis, wherever the fuck you come from. New York, Chicago, Philly, nope. Motherfucker, that's you. We tired of our city getting a bad rap because of damn transplants coming down here doing shit. Now, we got our problems and issues down here. My city ain't perfect, but we not going to take everybody else's trash. I'm telling you right now, a lot of y'all finna see a change from brothers and sisters from Georgia. We not going to put up with that bullshit no more, okay? So now I'm talking to anybody that feeling the type of way about it. That's your right, but you're not going to sit here and dump on my city like that, okay? That go for anybody, all right? Them bitches belong to Memphis. So now we got that cleared up. I want y'all to listen to something else our brother Phil here is about to explain, because this is going to be very important to what we're discussing here tonight, and it's going to help men and women that got sense enough to pay attention. Let's let our brother Phil speak.
What you're starting to see now with the modern women here in America, a lot of them are starting to have meltdowns about men leaving, America to seek love in other countries. Case in point, this particular video, this woman is going to have a true meltdown, but let's review it. Now, before we get started, Forever Single 44. Okay, let's go.
Let me ask you a question, Edgar. Why are the passport bros not going to Sweden, Switzerland, Germany? Why are they going to Colombia, the Philippines, Malaysia, African countries? Why are they going there and not to Europe?
Because that's the choice that they choose.
No,
not every man.
wrong,
that is.
wrong.
Now, I'm glad this little old hard, homely face alabastress said what she said, because see, it's going to clear up a big misconception that a lot of people that had a problem with them brothers traveling, y'all gonna get white women out the country. No, they were not. They never were. The greater majority of the brothers that are traveling ain't going to no damn European countries. Like she just said, they're going to African, Caribbean nations. Some are going to the Philippines. Some are going to South America, okay? Ain't nobody leaving the country to get no white women. You can get that here if that's what you wanted, okay? And not just America, they're leaving this westernized damn culture because it's a fucking problem. The stuff I've shown you here tonight, they don't get locked down like that in large majority in other nations. You know why? Because they got laws against some of that shit first and foremost. Now, is there ratchetry? Yeah, it is, but they get reined in quick. It's not like over here where you just, hey, do the turbo thot battle cry, just do whatever you want, to the point where you got business owners like the brother Kitchen and Cocktails with them helpers trying to run in there twerking on tables and shit like that. Yeah, the women got sense enough in them other countries to beat their motherfucking asses. Don't play that shit over there in other nations. So yeah, some of these brothers like, no, man, I'm not dealing with that, okay? Now, that doesn't mean you can't find good women here in America. I'm not going to sit here and tell that lie. I know where plenty of them at. Most of them are here in the South, and you got to know where to look to find them, okay? Because see, I'm going to say this. I'm going to brag on the sisters from the South. I got to do it. One thing that I'm seeing down here with sisters down here in Georgia in particular, let me speak for my state. The sisters that are serious, that are trying to get good brothers that got their shit together, they ain't playing these games. They're like, I didn't really think I was going to see that turnaround this quick, but I am seeing it, and I got to call it for what it is. A lot of sisters down here are saying, no, that's what you got going on? Y'all go over there. Nope, because I already see how the men going to look at me. I'm trying to get chosen. You can call me what you want. Yes, I'm trying to get picked. That's what some sisters are doing, and I'm starting to see some younger sisters have that mindset. They're like, no, bitch, you were not winning in the end. Nah, you doing all this. They're like, yeah, your ass gonna be miserable, lonely, drunk, high, and fucked up at the end with a bunch of kids by a nigga that don't want to marry you. They're not playing them games down here. So, hey, salute to my sisters down here that I'm seeing in my state. Keep up the good work, because this broadcast is gonna help you tonight, okay? I'm gonna play the rest of this, and I want y'all to listen carefully to what this little old angry alabastress had to say. Because see, first and foremost, you can't tell black men what to do. Everybody gonna have to get off that bullshit. I'm gonna let this continue.
It can't be the wrong answer because you can't tell everybody where they're
modeled
going.
like the West. They're modeled like us, and they're not going to stand for their bullshit. So they go to these very, very poor countries where your $50,000 means the world in a third world country, and they bring them back here, and the women are subservient, and they do everything the man wants. But let me kid you not, when the women get a little education and an employment and learn the language, they might not frickin' stay. They use the men, the American men, the schmucks, as an outlet to get here.
Now, before Phil starts in on this helping hand corrects her, let me point something out. Here's another misnomer in addition to how a lot of women were saying they going to get white women. That was a lie. That was never true. The other misconception, let me tell y'all ladies something, okay? And I want y'all to listen loud and clear to this. And I don't care whether you like the passport bros, passport king, whatever you want to call them or not. Let me correct something else. They're not bringing the women back here. You understand me? Yeah, if you bring her back over here, she's going to wake up and do this. No. Why the fuck would they bring them back into this goddamn cesspool with this degenerate ass culture that's been allowed to run wild thanks to these simp ass white men that make the laws? No. So get that bullshit out your head. The smart brothers are not bringing them back over here. That is not what's going on. No. Okay? I just want to clear that up because I keep hearing that. I'm like, no. See, ladies, let me tell you something. Don't you listen to these heifers like this that think they know what men got going on. You better go talk to the men and we'll tell you what's going on, okay? We'll tell you the truth. It's better to err on the side of what you know than what you surmise to be true. Because that's a bad problem I'm seeing when it comes to that narrative. You gonna bring them back over here and then they're gonna be just like us. They're not doing that. Once these brothers check out, that's it. I'm telling you, you ain't got to like it. This is what's happening. I'm gonna let this continue.
Let's stop right because we got to keep going with this. All right. She answered her own question. Literally, why they won't go to basically European countries. Because it's the Western world. It's the same thing. Like they said, that's jumping out the oven into the frying pan. You leave America and you're going to go to Canada and tell them you're going to find a wife. And you get divorced in Canada, they're going to take half. Okay, you go from Canada, you go to the UK, same thing. Norway, the Netherlands, all these different countries, they got the same freaking laws, child support. They got the same laws, the same entitled women, the same issues and problems. Why would men go to the Western world? Listen, even white men don't even want to be with them. Like trust me, y'all really thinking they talking about brothers. No, there's a lot of white men that can't stand they behinds. I'm telling you they can't. Because they tell me in my DMs, say, hey, you know, us white guys, we sick of them. Oh, but the only thing I say to white guys is you created that problem. That's the only comeback I say to them. Because you in control of these countries and you allowed all these laws, you pushed them. Now, I'm not saying the individual didn't do, you know what I'm saying, but the people in their community. So it makes me kind of like, well, how you feel, it's hard for me to feel bad for you. That's what I mean. Because you can go change it tomorrow. Just like when they wanted to get rid of that abortion on demand, basically, they did that, right? They made it very difficult now. So y'all in control. Y'all can rein in all these issues and problems, but that's do what they want to do. But these men aren't going to y'all. They're not. And I'm gonna tell you what about women like that one. They get hella jealous of women outside of them, too. Because she made sure to talk about, she said African countries. She mentioned basically Southeast Asia, Latin America. She mentioned all these other groups of women. Because they men going over there. That's why. And they don't want to put up with her behind. She's talking about bringing them over here. Why would they do that? What, and expose them to you? No. And like I said in the previous video, $50,000 is about the sweet spot. If you can make $50,000 at minimum, I'm just talking about to be real good. At minimum, remotely, you making $50,000 US at minimum. That's what I would tell any man. Don't even try it if you're not making $50,000 minimum remotely. And it's something, you know that money gonna come in. You don't have to worry about nothing because you can get in a lot of these countries right now with a digital nomad visa. Even some African countries I was looking at, you can get in, you can go stay 6 months on a digital nomad visa. And you can keep renewing it to the point where you can get a residency. And then eventually you want to do it and get citizenship. Yeah, they opening up the lane for digital nomads all over the place. And you talking about Colombia. Colombia has a digital nomad visa, fellas. Do you know that? So those of you always going over there, if you want to go stay there, I think 6 months or to a year, I think it's a year. Go on the digital nomad visa. Show them that you make your money online and you don't need nothing from them. There you go. But let's continue.
Let me ask you a question.
Because why can't you find what you're looking for here if you're a good man, that is, right?
Because it's not here. It's not. No. See, she's mad because you fellas have the ability to take yourself out of here and you have so many options that she don't. Because, see, they trying the passport sis thing. Oh, I got some videos for that. And this is definitely coming. And it don't work out for them like that. And a lot of these so-called passport sisters out here, right? They straight degenerates, a lot of them. Let's continue.
You're a good man.
Okay, I'll take part of what you said to reason why. Because you said that they take your little $50,000. See, maybe our
because here it doesn't mean
hold on, but real. Exactly. See, it means it doesn't mean
here.
But if you listen, it doesn't mean to the women who not accepting and don't see.
Not when I make over six figures.
Wait, hold on. But it.
And let me hop back right in here for a minute. Fellas, let me talk to you. Let me give you a rule of thumb, especially you young men, and it's good that you establish yourself like this early, okay? So I want you to pay attention. Anytime you're dealing with a woman and she tell you yo little anything, let that be the last time you do anything for her ass. A person is not appreciative of the least of things. They are not worthy to receive the greatest of things. I'm going to say it again. A person is not appreciative of the least of things. They're not worthy to receive the greatest of things. Anytime woman tell you, yo, little this, that, cool, no problem. That's gonna be don't even say nothing. Don't say nothing. Let that be the last time you deal with that heifer. Take her ass out your phone, block that bitch on everything, and let it be like she don't exist. See, that's how you know if you got real manhood in you versus being a damn simp. Because see, let me tell you something. If you don't establish that your respect is not to be compromised as a man, you will not be respected by these women out here today, okay? Especially not here in America. Oh, no. When you cut their ass off, vote with your feet. Don't play these kinds of games. And ladies, my advice for you, even if you want to say that, don't tell no man that, yo, little this. Oh, okay, cool. Especially the niggas that you were dealing with before that guy wasn't doing that for you. All right. A man with proper self-esteem, he ain't gonna say nothing to you about it. He gonna vote with his feet. So I just want to interject there. Let's let him get back to it.
Doesn't make sense to a woman.
If you got making 6 figures, why are you on the internet or TikTok live mad? Why are you mad? There's no reason for you to be mad. But like I said, you'll get to the 6 figures, but you're always gonna be alone. But your screen name says a lot too. But let's continue.
Of course it does.
That fact, when a man is working hard and putting in blood, sweat, and tears just to get his $50,000, see that woman
get a better job, do better.
See, but that don't appreciate it. You see how that? You see how that is?
I did.
It's unappreciated. That's the reason.
Now, this is something else I want to say too, and I'm gonna tell the fellas that don't you dare think, especially black men. Don't you dare think in this country that, oh, I'm just go to another race of woman because they going to act better than black women. They are all the same.
Phil is absolutely right because, see, I'm going to add this to what the brother just said. No other race of woman, other race, keyword, other race of woman is going to treat you better than she treats the men in her own race. You better understand that. But you bucks of Bennington, oh, yeah, you know I call the Bucks of Benedict. Oh, you want that milk of magnesia? Boy, you got that alabaster fever. Oh, boy, you want one of the children of the chalk and all the other risks that come with that? Hey, you better understand what we're trying to tell you over here. You see these ratchet Karens over here showing they behind and see, let me tell you something else, fellas. You improve yourself and your financial standing for you first. You don't do that for no woman. You chase the money and the women will come. You chase the women, you're going to lose plenty of money, okay? Understand me? You do for you first, okay? Everything else that you get together after that comes into your life, they get the benefit from your heart, the fruits of your labor. If the motherfucker don't appreciate it, send her ass back to where she came from. Let's let it continue.
No group is better than the other. They all have the same American culture. Now, do all groups of women, I'm talking about all women in America, do they all have it? I would say not all, because that would be inaccurate. But based off of what we see, the majority have it. Yes, the majority. Because even the so-called good ones feel pressure to try to keep up with them by the way they dress, by the way they talk, where they hang out at sometime. But let's continue.
And before he does go back to this, let me reinforce what he's saying. Because like I told you at the beginning of the broadcast here tonight, if you listen to this, it's going to help men and women. Ladies, that peer pressure bullshit, you know a lot of y'all be like, man, the hoes is winning. No, the fuck they're not. You better just take an assessment of the brothers that got their shit together, because you know who they are. Look at what they're doing. Some of them leaving the country. The ones that are still here, look at how their demeanor changed towards those types of women. Now, yes, let's go ahead and get the main thing out the way. some of them, the weaker willed ones, they'll sleep with turbo thoughts like that and risk being in a situation like that goofy that I showed you earlier where that turbo thought slept with his brother. Those of us that are more disciplined, oh, no, we're not going to deal with them. But see, that's all they're going to be good for. Ain't no ring coming out of that. Okay, at the best, the only thing they can hope is the dude get careless enough and pump a baby up in them. Okay, but see, the type of brothers I'm talking about, they ain't even trying to touch nothing like that. You can't stand their attitudes. You can't stand the way they dress. You damn sure don't want to be where they're hanging out at. So if you got cliques of friends that fit this type of attitude, I'm warning you now. If you're one of the women that's like, damn, where all the good men at? Why the men ain't choosing? You might be a good woman. Ask yourself this. Are you standing too close to the damn turbo thighs? Are you? Because I'm warning you. I'm trying to plead with you to listen to me. I'm trying to tell you how my brothers are thinking out here. They're starting to say, okay, if she hanging with them, I ain't going to waste my time trying to figure out if she like them or not. Nope. They putting you all in the same boat. I'm warning you. See, a lot of men get so passionate about saying things, they forget to make it plain like that. I'm trying to tell you, so you can't say you didn't hear it nowhere, okay? I'm telling you, stand out. Stand out. That is your biggest weapon in getting what you want. If you say you want a good dude, stop with all the excessive makeup. Take that fucking weave out your head and love your natural hair. Invest the money it takes to do your hair right, okay? Please work on your femininity. You shouldn't really have to work on that, but goes without saying, stop calling men bruh that you attracted to now. That's the worst thing in the world you can do if you attract to bruh, bro. No. But the first thing we think is dude. Oh, okay. Strike her off the list. I'm trying to help you. A lot of men ain't gonna tell you like this, okay? So I'm just giving the women that want the advice some things to remember out here, okay? If you're trying to get you a good one. And please keep yourselves in shape, okay? You ain't got to be no Olympic track athlete, but try to keep yourself in decent shape, all right? Because, see, if you run around here like little miniature versions of Lizzo, what that communicates to a man is, okay, if you don't give a damn about yourself, how the fuck can you give a damn about me? You understand? Giving it to you straight, you can take it or leave it. Let's let it continue.
Why passport bros do what they do, because simply what you said, because they feel unappreciated for the hard work that they do.
Better and make more money.
And on top of that, why is making more money important?
Have some emotional intelligence and make more money.
But why?
Edgar, you're trying to reason with the liberal. It's not going to work.
Why?
Did you just sit up here and quote that crazy so-called therapist? Emotional intelligence. Are you listening to her?
If you're listening to her, oh my God, you're done. This right here is persona non grata to us. That help for Shabri Rawls? Oh boy, let me tell you something. If she get help from any black man or anything, she'll be a lucky soul, boy, because that degenerate behavior from her and the way she showed her misandry and disdain for black men. See, I don't have a problem with you putting your ire on the Pookies and the Ray Rays that's out here fucking up, okay? Yeah, I called them out. But you just put all black men in one boat. Let me tell you, that's something else. Ladies, you better stop that. Just like I make distinctions between the turbo thoughts and the good women, you better start making distinctions between the Pookies and the Ray Rays and the decent brothers. When a brother hear you say black men this, black men that, oh, we like, she one of them. I'm just warning you, right? See, I'm trying to fill in the blanks that when a lot of these guys address these things, they don't say it this way. Trying to give it to you in a way where you can receive it. But if you don't, that's fine too. Because what's going to happen is the outcome is going to be the same. If you fit some of this stuff that we've been showing here tonight, you ain't going to get no good dude. You'll get a dude, but it won't be the ones that you want. Let's let it continue.
You remember the one that got fired for talking bad about black men? Emotional intelligence. Oh my God. You hear her? And nothing's wrong with them though. It's all on the man. Listen, lady, you're making the case for men to get on the plane. You're doing it. You're not convincing no man to stay. You're convincing them to go. And they need to. My Lord. What's her father in her life? I got a question about that because she seems very angry. She seems like, where's her father? Because she seems like she ain't had no father in her life. Because she got way too much venom to say she had a father in her life. Did she grow up with a single mother?
Making more money is more important. Why is
What
that
do you
more
think
important?
50,000 is going to buy in America with
Well,
the
hey,
state of
look,
the economy?
but
and
he
inflation?
works hard for it. Well, how would you feel if somebody said that your little $50,000 don't?
I make double that, so it's irrelevant.
Not you though.
First of all, a man don't come into a situation caring about what you make. And okay, you make
And let me pause, good brother Phil here. If a man does come into a situation caring about a woman's money, y'all know what we call him over here, right? Let me tell you what that is. You are in trouble if a man comes into a situation concerned about your money or impressed by what you earn. Congratulations, you have landed yourself a homosexual. Congratulations, a homosexual you have landed. Yes, I had to do the Yoda voice for a minute. That's what you landed. We don't care about your money if we're productive, established men. Do you understand? We don't give two shits what you make. We don't care about your damn degrees. None of that shit impresses us. You know what we want? Femininity, loyalty, respect. Okay, keep yourself in shape. If you're from the South, like most of us, you're going to have to know how to cook. Okay? These are the things we value. Are you an asset to a man as far as your attire? Okay, because see, let me show you something about your power and femininity, okay? If you're a naturally feminine woman, you ain't loud. Hey, the hood rap battle cry. You on a man's arm, y'all go out to some venue somewhere, you can get information that he can't get just by your demeanor alone. Pleasant, friendly, soft-spoken, okay? You're an asset to a man that way. A turbo thot ain't got two damn boxer rocks, bitter sense in her head to even come close to those things that I just labeled, okay? You see what I'm saying? That's what you call soft power, all right? Being in your natural feminine demeanor, not trying to be like men. Don't try to be like us, because if we wanted men, we would just go over there and join the rainbow community. Bruh, bro, all that. You got to be out your damn mind if you approaching men talking about bruh and bro. The ones that you attracted to now. Now, if it's somebody you want to keep a platonic relationship with, cool, no problem, do that. Because I promise you, that man will never look at you with any type of attraction if that's what you do. That's one of the most disrespectful things you can do to a man, okay? Now, they all may not see it that way, but I'm trying to help you out. Most men ain't going to tell you this, all right? So keep those things I just said in mind, because, see, this one right here, talking about her money and everything, that'll run men away from you. Like, oh, okay, you one of them strong, independent types. No problem. Men don't have a problem with a woman that's making money, but that don't impress us. Because you're not really trying to use it for our benefit like that. What the hell your money do for us? You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, just warning you, if you get one coming your way, ooh, how much you make, 100,000? Let me move right in. Moving on up to the east side. Congratulations, you have landed a homosexual. It is what it is. I see y'all laughing, but hey, I'm going to let it continue.
I'm going to tell you this much. People that see money or make decent amounts of money, they don't talk about it. They don't. Do you know they got people that make what she say $100,000 in a month? Sometimes we make that a week. Some people make that a day. A day. And notice the people that got money, they ain't running around here, well, I made $10 million last year. They don't say crap. How you know about their money? Forbes got to talk about it.
Let me interject right here, because, see, I'm going to give you some more game in case you hadn't heard this before. Bill is absolutely right. Those of us that are well established, we're not trying to show you what we got like that. The broke motherfuckers are the ones that's showing off. Understand me? Look, we hate that. Listen, let me tell you something right now. One of the things that pisses me off when I'm flying business class anywhere, them nosy ass white people, hey, buddy, well, what do you do? I'm like, yeah, I sell pit routes and painted routes with her. That's why I don't get out my fucking business. Don't be counting my goddamn pockets. That pisses me off. I can't stand nobody trying to get in my financial business. If we're not doing business together, I take that personal. Don't be worrying about what's in my bank accounts. There ain't none of your goddamn business, okay? These clowns that's running around here showing all this showboating, they peacocking. They broke as a joke. The last thing a competent, established man, especially a brother, is going to do is sit over. We'll talk about anything other than that, because I'm going to just change the subject. You keep trying to ask me about my finance. No, you don't need to know that. Now, I can put you up on some game, on some smart investments or things that you can go do, but don't worry about my paper. All you need to know is it's legit and it's straight, okay? So Phil is right there. I had to co-sign my brother on that. Let him continue.
Or the Wall Street Journal, CNBC. They got to talk about your money. People that make money. That's why if you hear somebody talking about how much money it made, say, oh, I guess you never seen money before. Cause what's in this straight up? What's six figures nowadays? What's 100,000? Just to keep it real with you, what's 100,000? That bar about making $100,000 a year, I'm gonna be on with you. What Kevin said about 100,000, I get it, but in this economy, 250,000, I would say 250 in the southern states, 500,000 in California. If you really want to say I'm doing good, just
I'm gonna hop right back in here. If you're a single man with no kids, 100,000, 150,000, do you just fine in Georgia. If you living beyond your means, it won't now. Because see, when you hear a lot of these people, let me interject this here. When you hear a lot of these people in the southern states, oh, that ain't enough. Okay, are you living beyond your means? Okay, because see, let me talk to my young black men again. Okay, anybody can use what I'm saying, but I want to make sure I get this across to the young brothers listening to me. If you're trying to build and you hit that $100,000 a year mark, all right, don't go crazy with that. You're still in your building phase, all right? Live a little bit below your means. That means you ain't got to be trying to stay in the most expensive area. Just because you can buy something doesn't mean you can afford it. You understand me? I'm going to give you some more game. You better write this down because I'm going to make it plain for you. Even when you hit that $100,000 mark, okay, for my young men, because some of y'all are starting to reach that. I've seen it. Make sure that you keep your credit straight. Make sure that when you take an assessment of all the things you bought during the course of a year, and you need to do it this way, do it the same way corporations do it. Corporations take inventory by quarters every 3 months, 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay. Every 3 months, you need to make an assessment. Did the income that I expend, did I spend more on assets, things that generate me money, or did I spend more on consumer goods? If at the end of them 3 months, your ass is spending more on consumer goods, you fucking up. You're doing something wrong. You always want to spend more money on things that bring you money. Limit them consumer goods, man. I ain't saying not enjoy your life and not get things you want. But if you spending more on consumer goods than you do assets that bring in money, you on your path to going broke. Or staying the same, okay? I'm talking to the young black men that want to get your paper on another level. You must invest more in assets than consumer goods, okay? And keep your credit straight. It's always better to use other people's money than yours. That's what that credit is for, all right? So just giving it to you there, but hey, let me let the brother Phil here continue.
Keeping it 100 with you.
Not you. What about a woman that does?
But how much was the woman from the other country making? But how much was the woman from the other country?
But what about a woman who makes $50,000 and that man said, "I'm not going to be with you because your little $50,000 don't mean shit."
But y'all don't do that. Y'all don't do that because our money and
see that man?
Stop talking over me.
But would you say that man is? Would you say that man is horrible? Would you say that man is like he don't?
Yeah, well, that's why she'll be forever single. That woman's she needs therapy. But fellas, you see, this is Why would a man want to deal with that? Who cares about your $100,000? So, okay, you make $100,000, but I guarantee you, the moment you get it, the moment it comes out, it goes out your bank account. Because that's another thing about some of them. I make $100,000. Well, how much is in your bank account right now? $100? Because you spent it all the moment you got it? Come on now. It's just that simple. No, do you make $100,000 after taxes? Not $100,000 before taxes. Do you make $100,000 after taxes? Ask that.
Let me add this in here too, because Brother Phil, he's spitting, man. I'm going to throw something on top of it that I want my young men to remember. Debt to income ratio. Do you hear what I'm saying? A lot of these heifers like this turbo thot up here, this angry alabasters, that's what I'm going to call her. AA, the angry alabasters. Up here, they debt to income ratio is out of this world. They might make six figures, so to speak, $100,000, whatever she's saying she make, but they in debt up to their eyeballs, and most of it is student loan debt. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you something, fellas. It's going to piss a lot of people off, but I got to say it. If your brother out here with your credit straight, especially you ain't got no kids, don't you get in no situation with no woman with no fucked up credit. Oh no, she need to do what she got to do to fix that first. Cause see, once you get married, her fucked up credit is tied to your name. You understand me? See, these goofballs in them incel spaces, they ain't talking like this. I'm telling you. Mark my words, you go get your goofy ass in a situation with a woman with fucked up credit and you marry her, congratulations, your shit finna take a dip. You work hard to get your shit to the upper 800 range, and now you marry her and her shit is 453 something. Yep. Your shit finna plunge. Hey, I'm just telling you, man. But hey, I'm gonna let Brother Phil here continue.
Question. But this lady here just make the case for these guys. Why would a guy want to deal with you? Well, just make more money. Why would he have to? He don't have to. If you say his $50,000 is not enough, well, in Kenya, $50,000 is enough. In South Africa, $50,000 is enough. Trust me, it's enough. It's definitely enough. In Colombia, it's enough. Costa Rica, Dominican Republic, Barbados, Aruba, $50,000 is enough. You see what I'm talking about? Like, see, when people like Kristen and Harrison was telling these women to expand your options, see, men expanded their options globally on a scale that they didn't even see coming. They did not see this coming. And that's why they're so upset, because they have no counter for it. So they're going to try to shame you. But the shaming don't work. It doesn't work, because the moment that you out the country, the moment you don't even entertain them, and it's the thing, don't argue with them. Don't convince them. Don't try to give them explanations of what you're doing, why you're doing it. Don't plead with them to change. Listen, sometimes you have to say, okay, this is the kind of people that you are. Cool, do you. I'm not here to change you. I'm not your therapist. I'm not God. So I'm not put here to change you. But that's what you got to do, fellas. Just remove yourself from the process. It's just that simple. Now, you have some women in the chat when I say that, well, what about the good women here? Stand up and stand out before the guy gets to the airport. Just that simple. You got to compete on a global level. And you're going to have to get like the women in the other countries, especially if these guys got exposed to that. You don't have to, you can keep doing you, but I mean, that's just the answer to that question. But let me know what y'all think about this woman here. Like I said, she's definitely going to be forever single. Oh, yeah, because no man in his right mind would deal with her. So we have this.
So, yeah, Phil gave it to you straight, man. Like I said, I'm doing this broadcast tonight here so that the men and women with some sense can learn something from it and take it and apply it, okay? Because, see, I'm going to say it one more time. The social climate here in America, okay, especially Black America, it is changing. The things that people was putting up with, particularly the brothers, they're not doing it no more. Because, see, one thing I definitely agree with Brother Phil, because this is the way I was raised. Two grown people ain't got no business arguing. Nope. I'm not going. Like you said, if that's what they own, cool, it's up. Fine, that's what you're doing. Cool. You on something else? I'm on something else. Have a nice life. Vote with your feet. Go get what's for you, okay? And I say the same thing to the ladies out here. You dealing with these trifling homosexuals? I hope you're not, because if y'all ain't spotting these homosexuals, man, look, because see how they get y'all, how the homosexuals trap some of y'all, they be cute, they got swag. Look, I'm going to tell you where they get you at. You done got some homosexuals, they done got smarter than y'all, okay? They ain't got a pot to piss in the window to throw it out of, but you know what they done started to do? They done started to get themselves in shape so they get that little physique, okay? Shoot, they finesse somebody to get them a few little clothes or something, man. Now, they ain't got nothing but pocket lint because they look a certain way. He cute. And your dumb ass go over there and fall for it. Next thing you know, your life is on a downward spiral. Don't you be no little game goofy health out here acting like you a teenager. Stay away from the homosexuals, ladies, or you gonna pay for it later. Sure, you'll like that feeling of being able to control him, and he'll be standing around like a little kid waiting on his mama to get him a Happy Meal because he ain't got no money and you got to pay for everything. Some of y'all think that's cute. What's going to happen, though, he going to ruin your life. And see, I'm going to put you up on something else. If other men see that that's what you willing to put up with, they're going to be like, don't you dare require more of me than you did that damn homosexual bitch. This is your price. You gave it to him for free, you're going to give it to me for free. I'm just telling you what most of these dudes are thinking. You ain't got to like it. I'm just telling you, it is what it is. So I'm gonna let Brother Phil speak on something else here. Cause see, I put these broadcasts in for the brother, man, to try to help you out with some information that will help you make some different decisions out here. Because, man, I'm gonna tell you, some of these hard heads, they're gonna learn the hard way out here, man. And it ain't gonna be pretty, man. Let's let Brother Phil speak.
This guy here that's going to expound a little bit more on the men who are traveling overseas to find a suitable partner because they could not find it in the United States of America, the UK, Canada, or anywhere in the Western world. Let's review.
Let me tell you why Passport Bros is the most dangerous thing for a lot of you women that are looking for a husband. For the women that are always posting and they got a nice butt and they're out here entertaining all these men, you women are so screwed you don't even know it. Welcome to Passport Bros. Men will find women that are finer than you, that are more beautiful than you, and they will take care of you if you go to a different country.
Let's address the first thing he talked about. I've said this before and I'll say it again. A lot of these women aren't doing things to themselves for men. They're not. They're doing all these things to themselves because of attention from men, because they crave the attention. The attention is like a drug for them. If another woman wears a particular dress, if another woman fixes her makeup a certain way, her hair a certain way, if she getting surgeries or whatever, and it gets her a particular amount of attention, these women are so hardwired, especially with the internet. Social media ruined women. I really can say that because I lived in a time where you did not have social media, and that was actually a better time when you didn't have social media because you didn't have to have women looking at each other, constantly trying to copy each other. It's crazy. All of them wearing the same hairstyle. All of them doing the baby hair. All of them wearing the same kind of makeup. All of them wearing the same kind of clothes. This is why guys, get tired of it and just go overseas, is because you're seeing one, you didn't see them all. And it has nothing to do with anybody's community either. Because I say it's an American issue. It is an American culture issue. Now, sometimes when you talk about these subjects, they always want to just put it on black men. Well, this guy here, either he's Indian or Arab, and he's talking about it. So you better believe all women of all communities are on this BS. It's not just one group of women or two groups. No. They all doing the same thing. And they think that's going to bag a man. It's going to get you a hard D and a wet behind. That's what it's going to get you. But it's not going to secure a husband for you. That's what y'all don't understand. The women who are modest, it's the women that more guys will even look at. Look at what happened with the situation with the young lady with the Home Depot. She took pictures and she went viral. People were saying she was too pretty to be working at Home Depot. That girl on her Instagram was posting the same kind of pictures this guy was talking about, and she didn't get no shine for nothing. But the moment she took a picture in a Home Depot apron, wearing regular clothes, not exposing herself, she literally went viral to the point that other women actually was doing the same thing. That's why I told you.
All right, so now we got to point something out here, okay? We saw what happened with the chick that was, in the Home Depot apron. Let me tell you again, let me reiterate this because I already covered it, but let me reiterate it. Where she messed up at? When she hopped up there, let me show everybody Shaq was in my DMs. I'm going to say this to you again, ladies. If you are on social media and one of these celebrities hop in your DM, don't you do that. Don't you do it because, see, that's the reason. That's the real reason why them other women start copying. They're like, Shaq was in her DMs. They were just like some little puppy with their tongue out. Attention. Let me tell you something, man. Dudes that got their shit together, when they see other women copying you ain't got no originality. You become so bland and boring. No, ain't no man worth the damn gonna settle for that. Be your own woman. Y'all better break away from that copying other women crowd. I'm telling you. You can think it's just me that's saying it. Don't listen. You'll see. You'll learn the hard way. Let me tell you something, man. When she put that out there, that Shaq was in her DMs, and then all the rest of them said, hey, I'm in a Home Depot. Look, First of all, do you know how fake and phony that is? When none of them think about no Home Depot aprons till they saw that woman get that type of attention. That's a turnoff for men that's got their shit together. I'm going to tell you that right now. Because that means that you don't have your own mind as a woman. You see what I'm saying? Well, let me do it too. I mean, I'm telling you, hundreds of them. Everywhere you turn around, orange apron everywhere. Wasn't even thinking about no damn orange apron. Ooh, that's what that got her attention from celebrities. Let me do it too. You thinking like teenagers, man. Don't look. Learn how to keep your mouth shut. All that little attention that she got, that clout. I'm like, okay, look. I'm just saying, big goofy Shaq trick. You probably could have hit him for a couple of bands, man, if you would have shut up. Now, hey, well knowing Shaq, he ain't really got no type of dignity or self-esteem, so he probably still broke off some. But I'm just saying, if he didn't, that's her fault. Learn when to shut up. That mouth is some of y'all biggest enemy, man. I'm telling you, that mouth. But yeah, I just wanted to point that part out. Let's let it continue.
Y'all, attention like a drug to them. She went viral taking a picture in Home Depot uniform. Other girls start doing the exact same thing. It's like, y'all can't let one woman shine for nothing. My God. I mean, for real. Why can't another woman shine? Why you got to try to copy everything the other woman do? Boy, I couldn't be a woman because that would annoy the hell out of me. I wear something this week, then I see 50 other women wearing the same thing because they thought my outfit was fly. I would hate that as a woman. I would hate the hell out of that. God, I would hate that. It's like, man, can I do me? Like, why everybody copying what I'm doing? Man, just like, okay, I got some attention. It's not about the outfit, it's about how I wear it. It's me. It ain't nothing to do, but no originality. None whatsoever. At least don't take a picture at Home Depot. At least, shoot, go to freaking Lowe's or something. Take a picture in your Lowe's uniform. No, you gonna do Home Depot. My God, man. But let's continue. I just listen, that female nature with that attention. I'm telling you, they live and die by attention. It's crazy.
They're not there for their green card. They're not there for anything but you. They don't care about your money. They make their own money. They're independent. They're good women. They're looking for a man. And I'll tell you right now, I've been out there. They cater to you.
Now, he said independent. Let me tell you the difference with independence in other countries versus independent in America. Independent means you just take care of yourself. It's not a status for you. Like, being independent is something that all people should do. You shouldn't get celebration for that. You shouldn't be walking around with an ego. I do for myself. Well, who else gonna do for you then? Your mammy? Who? All men should require any woman they choosing to date to at least, at the minimum, have their own place to stay, have gainful employment, have their own vehicle. They're not living at their mama house or their daddy house. They just doing their own thing. That should be minimum requirements even for men. But at the same time, these younger folks, you got women today that would date guys that live at home with their mama, not because they live in their home with their mama because they go into a community college or some 4-year university in the city, and it's just, they save money by staying at home. No, not that. They can just still live at home. See, back when I was growing up, you would get no play from a woman at all. You live at your mama house. Oh, no, I ain't dating no guy living with his mama. I mean, and really, that was a great requirement. And it would make men get up off their behind and get on their square and get their own place and get their paper right because they wouldn't get no play from a female. But today, y'all females date dudes that live with their mama. Like, y'all need to reverse that back to what it was in the 90s and 80s and early 2000s where it's shameful for a man to live home with his mama. It's also shameful for a woman to live home with her mama and she ain't got nothing going on. But let's continue.
They cook, they clean, they work, they take care of you when you're sick. But the women that have like 100,000 followers or 200 and you think you're fine, I'm telling you right now, you're replaced with passport bros. Now, I'm not saying for every woman, there are good women out there, but we can't find y'all. So we choose to travel and find a woman that's going to be down for us in another country.
Well, the reason why a lot of guys, because they do have women come in the comment section when these videos come up and say, there's a lot of good women here. They could be, but it's the thing. The majority of the good women are married. We talking about for these single men. They're married or they in some sort of relationship. Or let's say that woman was married, but she has some kids, right? So the men don't want to just go through the process of sifting through a barn full of hay to find that one diamond. They got to dig in America to find that one diamond, right? And not only him looking for the diamond, everybody else is looking for the diamond. Versus if he travel overseas, he's not digging in the hay looking for that one diamond. It's just plentiful at that point. He can go and do that in multiple countries. And if you look at the world, with was it 100 and some odd countries in the world, 100 plus countries in the world that he can go to, he don't have to do that because there's decent women in all countries. And some of the traditional family values that these men are seeking, that's a part of the culture. You look at in America, traditional family values isn't a culture in this country anymore. Degeneracy is the culture now. And a lot of men are men. We do not operate with degeneracy. We need, as men, to be grounded in traditional family values. Listen, y'all talking about y'all want a man that's making six figures, etc. If we are making six figures, we would not have no motivation to give it to the likes of a lot of them here because they don't know how to even motivate a man to even soar higher. Their value is their body and what's between their legs.
Now let me interject here because see, we've heard a lot of turbo thoughts running around six figures. Everybody got to make six figures. Six feet, 6 pack, 666, just 6'6", everything 6'6". Let me tell you turbo thoughts something, right? First of all, you wouldn't even know where to find those brothers that are higher income earners because places that you frequent, like some of these heifers that we showed you earlier here tonight in the broadcast, brothers don't hang out in them places. Because it's a risk to do that, okay? Number two, let's just say you did find where they were, okay? And you did manage to try to put yourself in position to shoot your shot or whatever the case may be, because chances are that's what you're going to have to do if you want them turbo thoughts. You would have to change your entire thought process about how you live. It wouldn't work. You would be basically a square peg in a round hole. Brothers that are established don't move like them little hood boogers that slobber over you and kiss your ass. Them simps, okay? The Pookies and the Ray Rays, no. Thought process is totally different. Established men are organized, okay? We care about our appearances. We care about our reputations, all right? And we damn sure not going to waste money on a woman that don't even have the basic skills of womanhood. Talking about you ain't going to cook. Okay, all this what you ain't gonna do, all that mouth? Oh, no. An established brother would laugh you out the room. So a lot of you better be glad that you don't run into them types of guys because you're gonna get your feelings hurt. I'm not talking about the simps that chase you because you got a fat ass. Don't nobody give a damn about that. You can get that same fat ass with a woman with a decent attitude that check all the boxes of natural femininity, okay? Brothers that are higher established earners, we got our pick of the litter. We ain't got to put up with that bullshit. Yeah, listen, I'm just calling it like it is, okay? But I'm going to let Brother Phil get back to it.
No value. The value you give a man is not between your legs or your behind or your breast or your face or anything else. That's not how you bring value to men because if that brought value, then a lot of you, out there, it would be unfair. But hey, what brings value is your character. That brings value. How much you actually love that man. How much you love your children. Are you selfless? Do you give of yourself? Do you think about things way ahead sometimes than your man think about things? Do you look out for him? Did he know you love him, unconditionally? And of course, human beings do have conditions, but you know what I mean when I say unconditionally, right? Men are looking for that. Men want to look back and say, man, she's a great woman. She is a great mom to my kids. She's a great wife. Man, she's a great friend. And I can lean and depend on her, for when my dark days and things like that. That's what men want. You adorning yourself in clothes and perfumes and makeup and surgery and anything else that you're doing, that's not going to make you be in that position in a man's heart. But they got women who have been raised to be wives. A lot of you was raised to be 304s. This is why you don't know no different. So when you have a man go overseas with women who've been raised to be wives because they had a proper example with their mom and how she treated her father, and she's seen how normal functions work. Not to say nobody perfect, no. But she at least got to see that, and she could replicate that in her relationship. And that's the issue and problem. So if you want to do your child, your daughter a service, moms, teach her to be a wife. Don't teach her to be a 304. Don't teach her to be a city girl, and lead by example, because children will do what you do, not what you say. They're watching everything. Trust me, they're watching you. And you can't tell them to do one thing when you're doing another. You can't. That's just not how it works. But y'all let me know what y'all think here with this man saying. 'Cause I agree with a lot with what he's saying, because a lot of the ladies, they just don't understand that, the way you look is what gets a man's attention to be interested and talk to you, right? But your character and who you are as a person is what keeps that man. And until you realize that, you always going to be pissed off with Passport Kings and anybody else. So we got a sister here.
All right. So Brother Phil just made that as plain as he could make it for you. Okay. See, again, a lot of this stuff, folks may not like hearing it. Hit dogs will holler if it apply to you. Those of you that are actually trying to figure things out, get things together so you can make different choices, so you can see what the problem is, you better stand out. Better stand out. I can't say that enough, okay? Got another situation we gonna review here, okay? And by the way, let me go ahead and say this. A salute to the good sister Brenda Salmon for the PayPal. But let me say this. If you haven't subscribed to this particular channel, Brother Phil, this is the Philip Scott Show, please go over there and subscribe to that brother's channel, man. He puts out excellent content on his many different platforms. And as you see, we're reviewing several videos from his platform here tonight. So if you haven't went over there and subscribed to the brother's channel, please go do so. I want y'all to listen to this, though, because we have yet another situation that fits into this broadcast here tonight. And I think you will find it very informative. Please get ready to take notes and pay attention.
It's asking just a good question to a lot of the men, because she has been noticing a trend. Let's review it.
So I have a question for the men, and maybe y'all can help me with this. I really want to know. Do y'all not go out anymore? I really want to know. Like, do y'all just sit at home and swipe left and swipe right online? Because I go out to different events, and I go to restaurants and to the beach and all kinds of stuff, right? I'm outside. It's always a bunch of women. It's never any men there. And I know we're all there for the same reason, right? We want to meet people, right? Socialize, exchange numbers, whatever it is. We want to meet each other. But y'all ain't ever there. Where you?
All right. So you heard the sister's question here. Let me interject and say something real quick, okay? And I'm not saying this to look down at anybody at all, okay? Because that look like she's fairly decent sister. She look like she don't plaster the makeup on and all that stuff. She look like she's asking a genuine question. If you're talking, that sister and others, if the sisters out there today are wondering where the guys at, especially those that are well established, let me put you up on game, okay? Let me tell you something. Brothers like myself that have this shit together, we don't have an obsessive need to just be out all the time. You got everything you need at your home, okay? Not to mention we're always busy doing some type of work. So if we are going out, you know where we're heading? We're traveling somewhere, state to state, city to city, sometimes out the country. Okay? So for those men, you drop down to your men that are working on getting established, okay? They trying to get to this bag. See, men, Men, let me explain something to you about the difference between men and women's mindsets. Men think more practical and logical. In this economy now, brothers ain't playing about stacking this paper out here. The ones with sense now, okay? So they working on getting themselves into an established position where they ain't got to worry about nothing, all right? So they working most of the time, all right? Now, you drop below that level, you got your homosexual class, all right? They'll go out. Those are the ones you don't want, though, because they looking, you know, like I said, if they looking at how much money you make, their eyes get the bucket when you make 6 figures and you a woman. Uh-oh. You better run in the other direction, okay? Because he's going to latch onto your ass like a damn barnacle and you ain't going to be able to pull him off until he ruin your life, all right? So just giving a big brief breakdown on where the men are. Hey, no, baby, we ain't got no desire to be running around at restaurants and all this stuff like, no, for what? No, that's just not where the men are. And that goes back to what I was saying. A lot of these women don't know where to find the established brothers at. That's not how we live. You're looking at it through the lens of how women think. You always got to be out somewhere trying to impress somebody. Phil going to touch on that too, but I just wanted to throw that part in there because he's going to break some other things down that I didn't say yet. Let's let it continue.
Really? Tell me.
Well, ma'am, I'll answer that question because of what a lot. First of all, as men, we don't have the need to always be going out like that. That's just not who we are. A lot of times men are working. Sometimes we may get with our partners to do different recreational things. And a lot of men aren't going out to clubs, you know, especially men that got something going on. They not, listen, you have men meet up at maybe the golf course. It depends. When you get to a certain level, you start playing golf. I've learned that. So some guys meet up at the golf course. Some guys, you know, meet up. They may go to the sports bar or something, watch a fight, you know, like if they had Mayweather or whatever. They may go do that. Some guys may want to do the things they need to do on their days off because they'd be busy working. Some guys who are entrepreneurs are answering emails, making calls, you know, scheduling, you know, the next destination that they need to go to, them and their team, looking at payroll, all kind of different things that those guys are doing. And because they're passionate about what they're doing, they really don't have that kind of time to be out like that. And then also the pandemic also showed a lot of people that you don't need to be out to be entertained. We did not have the restaurants and the clubs and the lounges and anything like that. We all had to stay home and enjoy ourselves. As long as we had our internet connection, we can do a whole lot on the internet. And as men, we're not out to be just wasting money because, you know, y'all want to dress, you know, y'all like to dress as ladies and show out your new heels and your dresses and all of that. As men, we're not looking forward to, you know, putting on whatever we want to put on and say, ooh, I want to go show out my new loafers, or I want to go show out my new suit, or I want to go show out. We don't think like that as men.
Y'all better listen to what Brother Phil is saying. Think back early into the broadcast in the beginning when I was telling you the biggest consumers across all races in America are the women. Let's go over this again. They don't make as much money as men across the board. You don't. Hey, you can pull up the number, Labor Bureau statistics on that. Okay. But you spend the most across all races, again, spending the most with these corporations. They love it. The corporation's like, yeah, okay, we'll take your money. This is why a lot of their credit is messed up, okay? Trying to live beyond their means, which is what I told you, young brothers, by getting with these chicks with this bad credit. You better not marry that heifer, okay? Yours is going to take a nosedive if you got good credit, all right? Then this mentality of always having a consumer mindset where you just piss money away like candy. See, established men, those of us that work hard to get where we are, we don't think about money in a disrespectful manner. Now, what do I mean by that? Just throwing money away. Oh, well, something else. I got some money coming in replace. A smart man does exactly what I told you early in this broadcast when I said, take inventory of your spending habits by quarters every 3 months, 3, 6, 9, 12, just like corporations do, and see if you're spending more money on assets or consumer goods. See, most men with sense In this economy, that's how we're thinking. These women today, big overgrown children, you always got to be out somewhere. Pissing money away. Piss money away. Always. Brothers are not thinking like that. Now, do we go out and have fun? Sure, when we want to. But we're usually thinking, okay, hey, do I have something else better that I need to be doing? Which is why this goes into what I've always told y'all on this channel. You know what I'm finna say? Time is the most precious, non-renewable asset and resource that any of us have. Be careful where you spend it, because that's the one currency that you cannot reacquire. A lot of these women with these bad attitudes, behavior, running around here for the streets. And I'm not saying this sister, because I don't think she's like that. She seems to be a normal looking sister. But for a lot of them, no. You're going to have to get your dates from the goofy simps and the homosexuals. Brothers that's trying to get to the bag, man, ain't nobody got time to be running around in these little places wasting money like that. If a brother today decide to take you out, that means you worth something, okay? Now, you fuck that up if you want to and start acting crazy. He'll drop you like a bad habit. The ones that are established with some sense, okay? But yeah, I just want to take the time to point that out. Let Brother Phil speak.
And then when you get to a certain age, you're like, why am I going to pay $12 for a drink when I can go get a couple of bottles at freaking Total Wine and I could drink all I want at my crib and I ain't waste no money on that? By the time you look up, you done drunk a few drinks and you done spent over $200. Like, man, where all the money went? A lot of men does not own that. Now, you do better meeting men traveling on the plane. If you're going out the country, there's been women that's gotten with other, let's say it was a black woman. She met her husband traveling to Tanzania. Two black American people got together by meeting by traveling. She would have never met that man going to the bar, going to the lounge, etc. She met him through travel. If you want to meet somebody, get in travel groups. Get in like something that where the men is at. Like men is like, shoot, y'all ladies that would be smart, y'all would be smart to get in those passport bro groups if you were smart, if you're a decent woman, and say, oh, y'all go, I want to travel or whatever. Meet them. What the few women the other day said they saw all the brothers at the airport. I mean, shoot, y'all, instead of going to the lounge, y'all need to be meeting them at the terminal. If that was your
Now, Phil, you know I got to get you for this, brother. You know I got to get you, Phil. Man, don't be sending man to the airport. No, man. No, hey, that's the whole point, bro. Trying to get away from them crazy helpers, man. Not the crazy ones anyway. Now, if you still got some sense and you got your stuff together, okay, hey, yeah, come on ahead. Let's go see some things. The world is a beautiful place. But you crazy ones, nah, man, because I already done seen it. Some of these jokers, you remember in the beginning? We don't care if they leave. We don't want them anyway. Now they actually trying to harass these brothers that's getting up out of here. Oh, I've seen it. Man, listen, it's bad. Hey, fellas, be safe out there, my brothers. Be safe. It's wild, man. But yo, Phil, come on, man. Hey, make sure you send the decent ones, man. Don't send the crazy ones, Phil. Let's let it continue.
Trying to do, because they sitting there waiting on their flight. So, yeah, men just doing different things. It's like men don't want to hang out at no club and all that too much. Not especially men that got something going on. Now, of course, Pookie and Ray and people that don't do a whole lot. I'm talking as men. Yeah, they hang out in those spots, and y'all see those men, and you don't want them because you know they ain't got nothing going on. You want the good men. You want the men that got their paper right. That's what you want. And I get it. As a woman, you should get a man that got his paper right. I'm not telling you get with a bum. I would never tell you get with a dusty dude. No, I would not. I would never tell my daughters to do that. So I surely wouldn't tell none of you to do it. But you need to switch it up. You know, one woman said, I saw in the video, she said she likes to go to the American Express Centurion Lounge because she go talk to interested men in the Centurion Lounge. Now, in order to get in the Centurion Lounge, you have to have the American Express Platinum Card. The Platinum Card runs you about $650 a year on the annual fee alone. But hey, it's a lot of perks to that business platinum card. Trust me, it is. You know, and if you can get that for your business, I suggest you get it. You get TSA pre-check. They pay for that. They pay for your Clear membership. You got to have Clear. If you're going through the airport, please get Clear because, it's like VIP service. TSA pre-check and Clear, you good. And that business platinum card with American Express, they pay for all of it. Man, they give you so many benefits once you get that card. That's why I tell you, the Centurion Lounge, that's just a perk to me. I'm more interested in all the other stuff that they give you for free. But let me know what y'all think what sis is talking about here. You know, she need to change it up. You know, they're not going to where y'all traditionally going. You need to go other places.
All right, so family, there you have it. I hope that y'all were paying attention to everything that we present tonight. I know some of it was very triggering, but again, if it don't apply to certain individuals, then it won't bother them. I think this broadcast had information in it that helped men and women alike tonight, okay? The brothers, you see what it is out here? Hey, be careful. Carry yourself with some decency and self-respect, and don't you settle for none of this foolishness. For you sisters that's looking to get good brothers out here, now you see what the opposition is. Y'all gonna have, boy, I'm telling you, you're gonna have to shame them heifers and stand out from them, okay? So that you make sure that you are not looked at the way they are. You can't be trying to kick it with them and be buddy-buddy unless you don't give a damn about getting, you know, the type of men you say you want. If you do that, you kicking it with them, just know brothers out here that's got their shit together gonna figure that you one of them, okay? So with that said, family, I hope everybody got something for this tonight, okay, that you can use. Salute to everybody that contributed to the broadcast during it, or if you contribute to it after. I tried to wait a little while after the broadcast because what I end up finding, I know everybody has different schedules. One of the things I like to do to show appreciation to my audience is if you contribute to this channel, I like to list your names on the community tab. So I try to wait a little while to make sure, give everybody a chance to donate if they're planning on doing so. So unless you say anonymous, I won't put your name up there. But if you don't say that, I'll put your name on the community tab. Just a little something we like to do over here, okay? So with that said, salute to everybody. Please do enjoy your weekends. Be on your best behavior. Treat each other like you want to be treated. With that said, Black first, and I will see you all in future content.